New Mexico, a quiet, peaceful community. The home of Ricketts Park, and for the last 27 years, the home of the Connie Mack World Series, where the likes of Dave Parker, Barry Larkin, and Ken Griffey Jr. have all taken their best cuts towards the coveted Connie Mack World Series championship. Who will be tomorrow's stars? The Connie Mack World Series, next on Prime Network. Live from Farmington, New Mexico, it's the Connie Mack World Series. And tonight from Ricketts Park in Farmington, it's the Midland Redskins from Cincinnati, Ohio, taking on a team from Bergen County, New Jersey, in the town of Oradell. And good evening, everybody. I'm Drew Goodman. If you're not familiar with Connie Mack baseball, it features some of the finest talent around the nation at the teenage level, under the age of 18. And tonight, we have sort of a David and Goliath story. Let me bring in my partner, as always, Irv Brown. And this team from Cincinnati has been here 6 times, been to the championship 6 times. They've won it 3 times. The team from Bergen County has never been to the finals.
Well, Cincinnati has dominated the 80s. I mean, they are a terrific program. Bergen County is very much together. Watching them over here as their team takes infield, they're into this thing, and they need some breaks, no question about it. Cincinnati probably has better talent. Got to be better the day you play.
Of course, that's the way it always works. This team from Cincinnati has had about a half a dozen players drafted. They have a number of players already playing on the major college level prior to their 19th birthday. And one guy comes to mind. He's the first baseman, Steve Larkin. If the name sounds familiar, well, it should. Barry Larkin's his brother.
This kid's a pretty good ball player. He's going to the University of Texas. He'll compete for Cliff Gustafson. I like his actions.
And a 15-year-old on the hill for Bergen County, a special kid. We'll tell you all about him when we come back. It's the Connie Mack World Series for all the marbles. The 1991 Connie Mack World Series is being brought to you by TCI Cablevision of New Mexico. TCI and you working together for a strong community. And by the Department of Tourism of the state of New Mexico, which invites you to visit New Mexico. Continental Airlines, one airline can make a difference. We'll be back with the first pitch right after this short message from the New Mexico Department of Tourism.
When I was a boy, I learned about the land from my father and my old grandfather. That was a long time ago. I've been lucky to live here all my life, just like my ancestors. It's good to see people coming back to the land. There's something about it that changes people, teaches them, you know.
In Cozier Country, wrote author Winfield Scott about New Mexico, it seems the sun rises and sets, the moon rises and sets above a still and level world. But in New Mexico, as on a great ship, you are more aware of the voyaging planet, the mountains whirling up to the sun, and the winds like encountered currents breaking across the turning earth. Give yourself a gift. Make your way to an open spot on a quiet trail. Stand alone, look and see only the land. Listen and hear only the wind. This, too, is New Mexico. There are 13 million acres of public lands, 10 million acres of national forests, 3,000 miles of trails, 15 major lakes. The vastness and diversity of the land speaks for itself. From the Sandia Mountains, rising nearly 11,000 feet above Albuquerque, to Carlsbad Caverns, descending nearly 1,000 feet into the earth. From the lush canyons and clearwater streams of the Rio Chama to the vast gypsum dunes of White Sands National Monument. New Mexico's geography is as rich and colorful as its history and its ethnic heritage. Journalist Ernie Pyle was once asked why he chose to make his home in New Mexico. "I guess," he replied, "it's like being in love with a woman. You don't love her because she wears a number 3 shoe or eats left-handed. You love her because you love her. And you can't help yourself." Here are a few of the reasons New Mexicans love New Mexico. There are 11 downhill and several cross-country ski areas. In all, more than 400 beginner, intermediate, and expert trails, all usually open from Thanksgiving through Easter. The powder's dry and the sun shines more than 300 days a year. We call it skiing the winter sun. And it's all part of the special style that is New Mexico. A style you find in the arts and gifts you bring home from our state. In our clubs and our restaurants with cuisine from all over the world and from New Mexico. Even in our colleges and universities, including New Mexico State University in Las Cruces, home of Mark Medoff, Tony Award-winning author of Children of a Lesser God, St. John's College in Santa Fe, and the University of New Mexico, a thriving campus of 25,000 students and teachers occupying 600 acres in Midtown Albuquerque and offering degrees in more than 170 accredited disciplines.
It's good to see people coming back to the land.
Edward Abbey has written, "Out in the countryside, the fields speak the truth, not with a howl, but a murmur. Up in the mountains, out in the forest, down in the silent places of the desert, we can hear, if we listen carefully, the longest, oldest, deepest dialogues of all, if we listen."
I've been with TCI for 12 years, and I've been involved with muscular dystrophy for the past 4 years. Summer camp is a wonderful place to be. They're just as normal as you and me, and they just love to get into mischief. They just go wherever they want. They're just having a ball. It's like when they're out there and they're playing their softball game. They get frustrated because they can't hit that ball, but you should see the excitement on their face when they finally hit it. They really accomplished something great. I guess I didn't realize that muscular dystrophy crippled your body that bad. This is something that they have. It's something that's not going to go away without new breakthroughs in medicine. It just makes us work harder for muscular dystrophy. TCI is great about back and MDA. I believe TCI donated about 1.9 million last year. Those kids are just so special. They get to your heart real quick. You don't get any money for it, but the rewards are unbelievable.
If we plan well enough, if we train hard enough, if we use our common sense and our imaginations, if we treat our customers' problems as if they were our own, we'll not only make flying better for them, we'll make ourselves proud. Continental is making a difference in how you fly, and we can't wait to prove it to you.
The 33rd annual Connie Mack World Series from Farmington, New Mexico, and the 27th time it's been held here in Farmington, 27th consecutive time. The starting offensive lineup for the team from Cincinnati: Peyton, a leadoff, plays center field. Tremendous player, good speed. Smith in the two-hole. Larkin, who we talked about off the top, hits third. He's having a great tournament. Pate hits cleanup. Hinderman is the catcher. Then Menino, Chris Williams, the shortstop, Sean West at second base, and Ryan Stidham is the right fielder. Now with the gloves for the team from Bergen County, New Jersey, Driscoll, Bombaco, and McGrory left to right in the outfield. Mark Kalia is the third baseman. The shortstop and second base combination up the middle. Rob Tandy and Rob Casella. At first is Vin Florio. Behind the plate, Mike Beckerich. And on the hill is 15-year-old Adam Lamparello, who has good control, fastball, curveball, changeup. He needs to fool you and needs to beat you off speed. He's not going to throw it by you.
Tell you what's interesting, everybody thinks he's a ground ball pitcher. That's true, but Drew, a lot of times, people really try to jack up against him and hit the ball out of the park because he doesn't throw hard. You'll see a lot of pop-ups. If he's right, he could be very, very troublesome.
And in the tournament, he has been in one ball game and has an ERA of nothing doing, so that's not all that bad. Second ball game he has been in, Lamparella, just shy of his 16th birthday, and this year in Bergen County Catholic, where most of these guys play together, he was 3-0 with 3 saves, and was really not in the regular rotation, so he's pretty green, but he gets the call in the biggest baseball day of his life.
You know, you mentioned that most of them play together. I only find one who didn't, the catcher, Beckerich, and he had such a great day against Bergen County. They picked him up and played in rival St. Joe's, but this team is very much together. They're used to each other, and they're playing a team, honestly, of all-stars. This is a great lineup out there. Notre Dame, Georgia Tech, Kentucky. They got them all. I mean, and plus they put a jillion guys in the big leagues. This is a big-time program. The team in the dark uniforms.
They are coached by Joe Hayden. He has been 33 years at the helm. He started this team 24 years ago. Jason Payton is on his way to Georgia Tech. And here's the first pitch of the championship ball game, and it's high for a ball.
Payton runs very well here. It's time for the lead on this ball club. And RBIs, he leads them in home runs. You say, why is he leading off? Because I'll tell you what, he is dangerous.
This is in the air on the infield right side. Giving a look is Florio. He's got room, and the second baseman had an opportunity, Casella, and he overran it. I think he might have been looking at Florio where Florio was standing and just overran it. There is a bit of a breeze blowing right to left. Let me quickly give you the dimensions. Down the left field line, it is 320. In the power alley in left center, 344. Straightaway, 370. 342. Right center, 330, as you see down the right field line. Very reachable, particularly due to the fact we're at altitude, about a mile high here, better than 5,000 feet. The wall is 16 feet high, however. And this ball is fouled back late, so it's 1-2. And so far, the young man is throwing strikes, which is one thing that would concern you with a 15-year-old throwing in a ball game of this nature.
Well, and Drew, as we pointed out, he does not throw hard. He will get some pop-ups. You saw one now. He missed an out when second baseman Casella just overran it. That's going to happen. It's 7 o'clock at night here Mountain Time. Not the best time to be playing. Need to get a little darkness.
Fastball, line drive, base hit to left field, and speed is aboard in the person of Jason Payton. So Payton leads it off for the team from Cincinnati with a base hit.
Guy who lives with Larkin just drills one after he gets a second chance when they misplay his pop-up, and this is just a rope. You'll hear a lot from this guy. You mentioned going to Georgia Tech. They're putting some money in the program at Georgia Tech, and this guy will help him.
Here's Sloan Smith. Big fella, plays third base. And a quick move, and talking to several of the scouts last night, Payton not only runs well, he likes to get a very sizable lead. Let's see how he works against Lamparella, who's a lefty, who generally will keep people closer to the bag. He gets a huge jump. The throw to second, they won't get him, not even close. No chance for Beckerich, the catcher. Lamparella never looked back, and Payton took off.
Well, and just from the movement we saw the first time with his move, you're going to be able to run quite a bit. Kid at the plate can handle a bat. Now, he goes to Northwestern, talking about Sloan Smith. He started there. He hit 250. He's a switch hitter.
This is his natural side, the right-hand side. That pitch is up. It is 2 balls and no strikes. He only began switch hitting in the fall, last September. First time he ever swung the bat left-handed.
His college coach changed him, obviously, for the size of him. He played high school basketball as an all-state quarterback. Pretty good athlete.
Ground ball up the middle, could get through, and does. Coming hard, center fielder Bongo, and he won't have a chance. He overruns the ball. It's 1-0, Cincinnati.
Drew, this may sound crazy, but you may look back at the pop-up that Casella and Flora were just, Florio were unable to handle. Here's a base hit. The biggest gap in baseball is up the middle. And Sloan Smith, once again, you talk about an older kid. He's legal under the age limitations in Connie Mack baseball, but he also played a year of college baseball.
That helps a little bit. Here is Steve Larkin coming to the plate. Hits from the left side. He throws lefty. His brother Barry, obviously a righty-righty, plays shortstop for the Reds and probably the best shortstop in all of baseball. And Steve Larkin was drafted by the Reds in the 40th round. The reason so late is he comes from a family where academics are really stressed. His father has a doctorate in chemistry. His mother has a master's degree, Shirley and Robert. And he is headed to the University of Texas. His parents said, I don't care if they give you $1 million, you're going to college. And, you know, Barry went the same route. Swing and a miss, and it'll be a stolen base for Sloan Smith.
Looked like they had the hit and run on, doing a good job protecting the runner was Larkin, so they take away the double play. Larkin's just a good-looking player. Looks like the catcher, Beckridge, got nailed. Let's see if he's all right. He's a tough kid. He's trying to walk it off. Let's see what happens here. That's exactly what happens. I'll tell you what, that's the Walt Hriniak style of hitting. Let the bat go with the top hand. Beckridge trying to shake it off.
He tossed down the glove, and as much as he wanted to talk to Lamparello perhaps about pitch selection, he wanted to buy some time to get the sting out of the hands.
Joe Hayden, boy, they got some nice unis, these guys. Huh? They got their shorts on. Now, Joe's been around. He's the chairman of the board of the Midland Corporation.
Must have been a Bill Beck fan.
This guy's helped a lot of kids. You could just, where do you want to start? Bill Doran, Charlie Leibrandt, they all played for this guy. He's got about 10 in the big leagues right now.
Curveball breaks away outside. 2 balls and a strike, nobody out. We're in the top of the first inning. The Connie Mack World Series championship game. Now the team from Cincinnati, a team from Midland, pick off the 10, nearly got him. And they picked off a few runners here.
Yeah, they work on that, don't they?
Yes, they do. The team in blue from Cincinnati is undefeated in the tournament. If they win here in the double elimination format, it's all over. Here's another look.
It's not bad. Tandy is the shortstop. His pop is the coach. That pitch is at the letters. Yeah. Incidentally, Drew, this is a 7-inning game, as are all Connie Mack games. They'll have an 8-run rule after 5 innings, except for a championship game. So this will go the distance, regardless of what happens. Connie Mack, of course, the old Philadelphia A's skipper that wear a white shirt and a bow tie, coaching the dugout.
High 3. Steve Larkin caught looking at a high breaking pitch, so the first out is recorded for Lamparello.
Not much of a break right here, but Larkin just gets caught looking. Sneaks in. Big strikeout as Adam Zamparella actually deserved a better fate. Pop-up really hurt that they didn't handle the leadoff hitter, Payton.
Here's Milt Pate, cleanup hitter. The team from New Jersey in the field lost their opening ball game to Flint, Michigan, 12-2. So they need a victory tonight to force a final game tomorrow. And of course, if the team at bat, Cincinnati wins tonight, it is all over.
Got to play that's going to Wright State. That's one of the unknown programs and one of the better programs in the country. They're very, very tough. State of Ohio. This kid will help him. Good player.
He looks at a pitch up high, so it's 1 ball and 1 strike to Pate. He has great speed also. Hard-nosed player.
Well, he's led the way the entire tournament. He's a big-time player. Look at that stance. Think he getting ready?
That's downstairs. Lamparello, New Jersey already out. Joe Hayden. I'm going to give you some more names. We can spend the whole evening telling you about the guys that have made it to the big leagues. He has sent over 75 guys. Wild pitch, runner will move up. Smith will stand up at third base where he's 90 feet away with 1 out. Over 75 guys that Joe Hayden has coached in 24 years have either been drafted or signed professional contract. And he has sent a number to the big leagues. Ken Griffey Jr., I think you know who he is.
Hit one last night.
He did. He has been on fire since the All-Star break. 3-1. Good one to pick out here for Milt Pate, and that's high and away. So Pate will be on first. It'll be a first and third situation, and you've got to figure he's going to look to steal a bag here because he runs very, very well, and they've had success early against the young left-handed pitcher Lamparella. Brad Hindersman, the catcher, will stroll to the plate.
Infield is back. They were back with the runner at third only. They'll go for two here. Left-handed hitter's going to make it very difficult here. The most difficult situation in baseball. Runner at first, and left-handed pull hitter. Let's see if they throw through here. Beckrich is a tough kid. I think he would like to throw through.
Runner goes. Got a pitch to throw on, and they have a chance at him. He just gets in there. I'll tell you who the crew in blue is today. Behind the plate is Rich Randall from Battle Creek, Michigan. The gentleman you're looking at there is the crew chief. Second base, Sammy Kimbrell from Memphis, Tennessee. At first base, Jim Schaefer from Aurora, Colorado. Third base, Keith Bailey, also from Aurora, Colorado. Down the left field line, Dan Akins from Battle Creek, Michigan. And right field, Dave Toledo from Farmington. Ripped into right field. That'll score a run. And holding up at third is Milt Pate. So it writes 2-0.
Kid Rye really does have a good arm. We're watching it. Well, look at this. Everybody out of the dugout. Here's the shot. As Henry mentioned, the pull hitter really turns on one. Now, Jory does have a good arm. Probably the best arm I saw during infield practice. And wisely, Joe Hayden holds in the third.
So it'll be another first and third situation, but the difference here as you look at Brad Hindersman is that he does not run very well. Brian Menino, the designated hitter, steps in from the left-hand side. He'll be going to Ohio State next year.
The old cliche, he'll take one for the team. He will. He'll do whatever it takes to get on base. He'll let you stick him in the back.
You know, Milt Pate's a pretty aggressive player down around third. He got about a third of the way down the line on that throw to first. This team doesn't lack confidence. That'll get through. Base hit, 3-0 in Midland.
Boy, I'll tell you what, it's like that jab.
They got a chance at him. And ready to punch him out was Sammy Kimbrell. But evidently the tag must have been missed. Pretty good slide getting back in there by Hindersman. He was dead to rights.
There it is. Boy, did they turn on. The left-handed hitters have all pulled the baseball against the left-handed. Now watch the throw. Here's the mistake by the base runner. And this kid can throw in the outfield. And it looked like they had him dead in the water. I think they did.
It's tough to see if he got the tag on there because the player, Hindersman, obviously didn't allow us to see if he was tagged. That's in the dirt. Lamparella looks to be aiming it a little bit.
That's tough when you're 15 years of age and you're going against a team with this type of quality. I know it sounds like a PR agent. This is a very, very good baseball team. They've only won it 3 times in the 80s. They're used to winning. They've lost 6 games this year. They've played 75.
That fastball's up high. It's 2-0 to Chris Williams, the shortstop. 4 hits in the inning. 3 runs have come across. There has also been a walk. 5 of the first 6 have reached.
Chris is also going to Ohio State. He's got a good arm. He can go in a hole.
Likes to pull the baseball, does Williams, and see if he gets the green light here. 3-0 from Joe Hayden. Joe's an aggressive skipper. He was out of the strike zone. So the bases now are jammed for the second baseman, Sean West. 1 out here, top of inning number 1, and Bergen County in a world of hurt, and they'll get a visit to the mound from their skipper, Rich Tandy. Lamparella, 15 years of age. He'll get to play 4 seasons of Connie Mack baseball.
Skipper played some Double-A. He's a delivery man back in his hometown for the local paper. Does a nice job. His son playing shortstop.
That local paper is pretty big. It's the New York Daily News.
Oh, is that the? Yeah. Are you from there?
Flying out here in the toss another one at Busch Stadium. You know what the headline on the back of the paper? Busch Leaguers. Gotta love the Yale News. Fastball, a strike. Lamparello getting a quick strike on Sean West.
Billy Dorn of the Reds said, if I had this kid's hands when I was his age, this kid being Sean West, so I've been very pleased. So we'll watch him if he gets an opportunity to turn a double play.
Lamparello steps off the back. They need a double play in a big way. They could get it up the middle, short to second. The third baseman will come home. Good block on the pitch by Beckeridge. A ball and a strike to the 8-hole hitter, Sean West.
Joe actually doesn't call the shots. He lets Dave West in the dugout.
Ground ball, they can get him at the plate. They'll go the long way in front into left center field by Mark Colea. 1 run is scored, 2 runs are scored, a 3rd run trying to come across. And 3 runs score on an error by Mark Colea. It is now 6-0.
I thought that Colea might go to the plate. Instead went to second. It's really a tough thing. Watch where he catches this ball. On the grass. That's tough to throw backwards. And he just throws it away. And it's unfortunate because they did have an opportunity to get out of it. And the left-hander really deserves a better fate.
Well, in this series, Rich Tandy said in a couple of ball games, we've given teams 4 and 5 outs in an inning, which is uncharacteristic of the way we have played all year long. That generally we've been pretty tight defensively, but we have not played solidly on defense in the tournament. We've gotten the right breaks, and here they are in the championship game, but they're in a world of hurt right now. Down 6-0, and still only 1 out here in the top of the 1st. Stidham slaps another one foul. It's 0-2 on the number 9 hitter, the right fielder. And you go back to that play at third base. He had all day to turn, pivot, and get the runner at the plate, and he's got to go there down 3-0 early. You can't get the double play going up the middle. It's a more difficult play from where he fielded the baseball, as you pointed out.
Kid at the plate, Stidham, another college ball player. He competes at Clemson. Now, he's got a little pop. You could imagine hitting 9. He gets a lot of fastballs, a lot of good pitches to hit. So this is a power-packed lineup.
Clemson was in the College World Series. Gentlemen we know very well, Fisher DeBerry, the head coach of the Air Force Academy. His son Joe had a great season.
How about Brian Byers, who's up in the big leagues in Montreal, beat the Cubs the other day. This guy can pitch. He was at Clemson just 3 years ago.
1-2 on Stidham. Jason Payton, the leadoff hitter, would hit next. Outfield extremely deep, particularly in left field. Driscoll just a step or 2 from the track. Fly ball, deep right field. McGrory now going back, settles under, runner tags up. McGrory can throw, but he was back about 330 feet, so no chance to get Sean West crossing over to third base. So with 2 outs, we'll see the leadoff hitter, Jason Payton, who got things started with a base hit and a stolen base. He scored on the hit by Sloan Smith against Lamparello.
Payton actually popped up. I hate to keep repeating that, but it looked like the little left-hander was going to get up to the right start. It just didn't happen. He came back and hit a rope when the first pitch is in there.
Jason Payton, a 3.9 student in the classroom. He scored 1410 on his SATs. He would have an academic scholarship to Georgia Tech. This could get out, and it does. Touch of all. Jason Payton, 2-run home run. There, he scored 1 hit.
Well, I'll tell you, this guy's something. Is there some potential here? Does Georgia Tech have themselves something? The guy can run, look good during infield and outfield. He's got a 3.9 GPA, limited darkness, so you know he can play somebody. You know, this kid can play the been out on every run, not just this dinger. Watch his swing. You don't have to swing hard. Picks the front foot up like most of the hitters do nowadays.
He was fooled. He was actually out in
380 feet worth.
Yeah, 380 feet worth. Could have picked up 2 meals on a flight like that. So Jason Payton has made it 8-0. here in the top of the first. Smith, who singled, RBI, stolen base, and Lamparella has now hit Sloan Smith. This is a tough way to start, not only for New Jersey, but you feel for a young man who's only 15, playing the biggest game of his life, and his ball club hasn't played solid D behind him, and he's facing a team with tremendous talent.
Well, you don't get to the finals without having something, and you need everything to fall in place. We mentioned at the top, felt it was a David Goliath thing. You have to be perfect. You have to make the plays. They haven't been able to do that. Of course, you're not going against chopped liver. These guys do swing the bat. The left-handers really impress me.
5 hits in the inning, and look out, Stevie Larkin has just gotten nailed. So I don't think by any stretch of the imagination Lamparella is throwing at anybody. He's just battered about a little bit and confused, and here comes the second trip to the hill by Rich Tandy, and that could be all for Lamparella.
It'll be another day. Once again, he's 15 years of age.
And you know, Rich is probably telling him that exactly now. He's been around baseball a long time. As you mentioned earlier, played 3 years of minor league ball, AA.
The bullpens are out of sight here, so we really don't have any idea who's coming in. Nothing is allowed on the field. It's very short down the line as far as room. Another right-hander coming in, 21, will pick that up. Number 21 is Chris. I believe it's Chris Atoll is the guy who's coming in for the Crusaders.
Chris Atoll, 18-year-old, 5'10", 180-pounder. This team from Bergen County, obviously it is a very tall order at this point to get themselves back in the baseball game. But one thing a lot of people have said about them and have seen them play in this tournament, in the state and regional tournament, is that they've had many opportunities to come back and usually have succeeded in coming back. Tonight will be rather difficult. They're down 8-0 and they haven't even gotten a stick in their hand yet.
Wet and Wild Water Sports. And you didn't even get wet.
8-0, the team from Cincinnati over the pride of Bergen County, New Jersey. And the team from Bergen County hasn't visited the dugout in about a half hour. Top of the first inning, 2 outs, and Adam Lamparella only able to get 2 gentlemen out. He wasn't helped by defense. There was 1 out, or 1 error, and there really was an error of omission, a pop-up in foul territory down the first base line by Jason Payton leading off the ballgame that should have been handled. Chris Satoli, those are his numbers for the tournament.
Beat the host school, Farmington. Farmington always in the tournament. They've hosted this thing. They do a great job. We got a big crowd here tonight, Drew. I believe it seats 5,100. I don't see any open seats.
This reminds me a little bit of Grand Junction. We go there every year to do the Junior College World Series, and they turn out and fill the stadium every night. That's Ecclesio Field, and they do the same thing here. And there might be 5,100 people in the seats, but there's probably about half that number, 2,500 kids running around underneath the stands. Ball 2, as Atoli likes to work very, very quickly. Milt Pate walked, stole second base, and scored on a base hit by Brad Hendersman. Oh, about 15 minutes ago.
Totally fastball, slider pitcher.
3-0, and he's within a pitch of loading it up for Hendersman. Well, if there were any nerves, and obviously there were plenty, if you're wearing a red and white uniform, they're history now because you're down and it's a situation where you want to get angry. Getting embarrassed at this point. Bases loaded on 4 pitches. Atoli has walked Milt Pate, and Brad Hendersman will have a hitter's delight.
Hendersman really turned on the baseball in his first at-bat in this inning. He had a base hit, drove in a run, and then scored himself. Really looked good with the bat. This is a pretty good-looking player. He's the catcher. He's got a good arm. Goes to the University of Kentucky. Played behind a guy that was drafted. So you'll be hearing something about him, Hendersman, and you can just see the maturity here.
Joe Hayden told us he doesn't get cheated either. He'll get his rips. There's the first strike by Zatoli, and just looked down at the third base coach. Joe Hayden said, now you can swing away. He wanted Zatoli to throw a strike. That's sound, fundamental baseball, despite the score being 8-0. That's up high.
I'll tell you something about Zatoli. He's got a very difficult motion to follow. You get lost in it. You better just look for the baseball, not get wound up in the glove and the arm and the leg. He had a problem coming in, as most relievers do, particularly when you're a kid reliever. Look at this motion, though, Drew.
There's a changeup at the knees, 1-2.
Most people who come on like this are wild. You got to keep in mind, these are high school kids. We're not talking about college or pros. You're trying to throw strikes.
1-2, fouled off. Good piece of hitting there by Hendersman. It wasn't a pitch he could do a whole lot with, but it was in the strike zone, high and away. The runner at third base, Sloan Smith. At second base, Steve Larkin. They both were hit with pitches by Lamparello, and Milt Pate got on board on a walk. Zatoli's high with the curveball. The 2-2 change up, and this is fouled off on the left side.
You know what happens when you're getting shelled? The team that's shelling you fouls off your good pitches, you walk them, it never fails. This inning has everything that is a nightmare for a coach. Hit by the pitcher, walks, kick a couple, but foul balls, everybody always, it's always a 40-minute inning. Full counts.
Yeah, never fails, you're right. You know, one of the things that we were talking about is you had a kid like Lamparello starting, who's a junk baller, an off-speed pitcher, and you got a team of blue-chip fastball hitters, a team in blue, and you figure, hey, it might work for you. They might be over-anxious out on their front foot. Everybody moving, fly ball left field, deep left field. Driscoll back, looking up, opposite field, grand slam.
Well, I'll tell you what, that's a pretty good-looking ball player. You know, everything's going right for one club, and nothing's going right for the other one. They haven't gotten to the dish, but this is a powerhouse, and that catcher, I watched him in infield. He's gun to baseball. There's his teammates out there. Obviously, they're very much good. Look at this swing, goes the other way. Full count, knows he's going to get the gas, and boy, he stays with it. It's a pretty good. Not bad. University of Kentucky catcher, Brad Henderson.
12-0. Menino steps in, and that pitch is in the dirt. You know what I like? Watching the shortstop. You can see in the bottom of your picture. Rob Tandy. 12-0. There's nobody on base, but he circled in when the catcher threw it back to the pitcher. Ground ball towards first, should be the end of the inning, but that's how this first inning has gone. The team from New Jersey, Vin Florio, doesn't get down on it and eats them up.
See that coming. This is going to be a bad hop all the way. It plays in. They're unable to play it. It plays in. So they keep it alive with 2 outs. The only 2 outs, a fly ball to right by the 9-hole hitter Stubbs, and a call third strike to the 3-hole hitter Larkin. Other than that, everybody else has been on.
The 16th hitter in the inning, Chris Williams, the shortstop. That's up high. Williams walked and scored. 12-0.
What's the worst you've ever been pounded?
I don't know, but those are the thoughts that are running through my mind.
Well, you know anybody who hadn't been? Let me tell you, I can remember. I'm coaching at the University of Colorado. We're playing Oklahoma. We're decent. I mean, we're decent. Every time I looked around, I saw the left fielders in numbers. We're playing in Boulder where the air is thin. You know what the final was? They get 30-5. Second game, we came back.
I'll tell you what, I'll give you a couple minutes. Run down there, tell Rich Tandy I've seen worse. I'll let you come back up in a few minutes.
Anybody who had to have one of these days, well, you're very fortunate.
That's right, it happens.
One team having a very, very good day. We don't know if the other team hit the ball because 40 minutes ago they took the field, and you just don't know. But, Drew, I'm very serious. Every time you have one of these innings, all of the ingredients, what you're seeing right now, base on balls, full counts, foul balls, that's what kills you. You throw your best pitch and somebody wastes it.
That's the second walk that Zatoli has issued. Zatoli came in 4 hitters ago, gave up a walk to Pate, a grand slam to Hindersman. Should have been out of the inning on the ground ball to first. Florio couldn't field that. Menino was aboard. Williams is walked. 2 on, and here's Sean West, who was aboard on the error by third baseman Mark Talia, which could have been a double play ground out. Would have gotten them out of the inning, and it would have only been 3-0. Now the ladder is stretched up, and the building seems like the World Trade Center in New York. I mean, they got to climb a lot of floors.
Here's where the strike zone should change, and I think it will with Rich Randall. So if you wonder why, it just should. When you got a ball game going like this, it should get a little bigger. This guy has hit one out in the tournament. He'll go the other way.
Well, he helps out New Jersey there, swinging at ball 4 in the inning. 6 hits and 12 runs come across. 12-0. Midland of Cincinnati at 0-1.
The grip is secondary to the angle of your wrist and your forearm.
Most of the things that he's telling you are going to be effective for you.
Pitching coach Tom House.
He just told me stay up tall and throw the ball, and you know, don't let your backside fall.
Respected by those who know.
I'm in agreement with all Tom's theories, and I feel like he certainly has helped me here as far as my longevity is concerned.
I'm probably a school teacher that happens to be in a baseball uniform, and if I've learned anything, it's to try to use words and phrases and do things visually to get my ideas across.
Now you can benefit from the information Coach House utilizes on the major league level. Pitching absolutes, mechanics, strategies, and fielding practice. Fundamental advice to reach your top potential. Order the entire video set now for outstanding savings. 1-800-62-PITCH.
Cincinnati did a wee bit of damage in the first inning at 12 runs, and they had a grand slam and a 2-run home run, and they sent 17 batters to the plate. Let's check the lineup for New Jersey as they get a chance to swing it. They got a lot of work to do. Casello lead it off at second base. Kalia at third base will hit second. Then Tandy, the outstanding shortstop, the coach's son. Bumbaco bats cleanup. McGrory, Beckerich, Driscoll, Menahan, and Vin Florio provides power in the 9-hole. With the gloves for the team from Cincinnati, Payton, and Stidham in the outfield. The double play combination is Williams and West, and they're outstanding with the gloves. Smith is at third base, and Steve Larkin plays first base. Hindersman, the catcher, he hit the long ball, hit that grand slam, and on the mound, the ace of the staff, doesn't that figure? Craig Allen. He was drafted late only because most of the scouts knew that he was headed toward Notre Dame. Craig Allen throws pretty hard, throws about 88. And he has a pretty good slider, and he's just a very talented pitcher. Will hit the black, good control, and already a power pitcher at 18.
1936, Cincinnati won the championship. They beat Long Beach 21-7. This is just an exceptional program that they've got going. We've got to give credit to Joe Hayden. Take a look at the pitcher, Craig Allen. How'd you like to be somebody grabbed 6'2", 180 pounds, and you're up 12 goals?
And he, as we talked about, has a very, very live arm. The Oakland A's drafted him. He beat Davenport in the opening ball game Friday, 9-2. He pitched his high school team to the Kentucky State Championship, and that illustrates what we were talking about, that this team recruits from that greater Cincinnati area, and then they'll move a player into the district. The center fielder, Jason Payton, lived out of the district, so he moved in with the Larkin family. Fastball for a strike. Rob Casella takes a look. Casella's a contact hitter. He's going to walk on at Seton Hall. Terrific student, 98 average in the classroom. Breaking ball for a strike. I'd be pretty loosey-goosey if I was Craig Allen on the hill.
All you got to do is play catch when you're up 12-0. Plus, it's a perfect time of night. It's a 4-8. That inning took 43 minutes. And you're not going to see very good against him.
Ground ball. This could be a tough chance. Williams coming hard. And never could pick up the baseball. That'll go an infield hit. That's sometimes the toughest chance a shortstop will have. We saw Williams last night have a similar play. He gloved it, threw the man out.
Just doesn't happen here. You see a lot of poise by the kids. So Casella is aboard and see if he gets something going. Here it is. Hangs in there, jams it, saws them off, and it runs pretty good. Williams looks like he's going to make the play, and the ball just slips.
There's a shot of Williams, the shortstop. He is in the mold of the modern-day shortstop. Don't worry, do you see 5'8" shortstop? Most of the guys are, you know, Ripken's 6'4". Obviously, he's the other extreme, but you see more and more shortstops with 6 foot, 6'1", 6'2", big guys who need the ball out of the yard. Mark Kalia, the third baseman.
So what you're saying, my team, the Cardinals, Ozzie Smith can't play on your team. Is that what you're telling me?
Well, he could still play, but Ozzie's been around, Irv. I mean, we're talking about a new generation here. Ozzie's got gray hair. A ball and a strike to Kalia, the third baseman.
He was the second baseman. They had an injury. Junior college player. He'll put it in play. I'll tell you what you fail to realize a lot of times when you work kids like this. I was talking to Drew, and he's got not braces, but you know, one of those retainers. These are kids.
I took mine out for the ball game. 2 balls and a strike. And this is a real difficult time to hit. Ground ball up the middle. Smith gloves it. They could get 2. Williams behind the bag. Throw to first. Larkin eats it up. Score at 1, 6-3. And 2 are in the house.
They must be together up the middle, and that's exactly what they were before the pitch. Allen and Williams get together and watch. No question about it. Second baseman West stays out of there. Good throw. Likes it, so he can take the one step. And Williams atones for the infield hit that he had a chance to handle with a nice pivot at second base, and they turn it over. Everybody talks about the shortstop turning into. It's every bit as important as, or the second baseman turning into, important as shortstop turning.
There's a base hit, solid hit in center by Rob Tandy.
Coach's kid, pretty good player.
Yeah, he is.
He'll be going to St. Peter's. He can play. He had a terrific regional tournament. He was 10 of 20, 3 home runs. To study political science.
He has an older brother, played a year of baseball at Boston College, now bearing down on an economics degree. And there's another Tandy in the dugout who's only 15. This is Paul Bombacco. He looks at a pitch inside, goes off the glove of Brad Hendersman, and moving up 90 feet is Tandy on the, call it pass ball. I hate doing that to a catcher.
Well, that's because you caught it. As we look at the skipper, this is Rich Tandy, and this is embarrassing. You don't get to the finals by not playing good baseball, and he's embarrassed. He'd like to fight back. You never know. You know, you're talking about an impossible task, but you want to be respectable, and you just never know.
Bombacco chops it foul.
Yeah, he's 7-0 as a pitcher. They won't throw him at all. He's got a bad ankle. Gets the barrel through, though. He didn't hit the 4-hole for nothing. He's got some power, quick hands.
All of these guys, with the exception of a couple, play together at Bergen County Catholic High School.
Terrific academics. By far the best in the county, I'm told. A lot of youngsters go to the Ivy League schools. I mean, they really stress academics.
It's tough to get in there, evidently, also, so you have to maintain it once you get there.
They got a pretty good prospect Oradell carry, shortstop, med change. There's some pretty good things about it. He's a graduate of Bergen. So obviously nothing like we were talking about in Cincinnati. There's some tradition here.
2 balls and 2 strikes. That's downstairs. 3-2 now to Paul Bumbaco. P.J. McGrory, the right fielder, is on deck. The runner at second base is Rob Tandy. Hit a base hit, moved up on a pass ball. 12-0, the team in the field from Cincinnati. High ball 4, 2 aboard now. And McGrory will stride toward the plate. Lanky, 6'5".
If you're the skipper on a team behind, all you're hoping for is get on the board, try and peck away. The first thing you want to do is be respectful, to show a television audience and the people here in Farmington that you deserve to be here, that you're not 12 down. It's just one of those things that happen. So get respectful first, and then who knows, maybe you win it.
This guy's got long arms. He takes a big rip, but he's got power. Line drive, gap right center. It'll score 1. Tandy around third. Bumbaco is going to slide in safely at third, and it's a line double for P.J. McGrory. And the folks who've come a long way from the East Coast stand up and cheer. And they had to sit on their hands for about 50 minutes. So it is now 12-1.
6'3", 195. The kid who will play it going over rips one. Sometimes in your head you get a little careless. This ball should be thrown to second base by Studham. He had no chance. Big long throw. And what he does is let the runner move up to second base. So on the board is Bergen County.
And a minor victory of sorts for New Jersey here in the bottom of the first. Beckerich looks at a pitch upstairs.
Tough kid. Let me tell you something. I'm not sure you can run on him. They did in the first inning because the lefty didn't give him a chance to throw. But this guy went to St. Joe's. He was their big rival. He had such a good day against them that they picked him up for the tournament. How good was the day? Well, he hit a couple of dingers. He was 4 for 4. He also did that in front of the Villanova coach. That's why he's got a scholarship there. Good handler of pitchers. Drive in a couple here. Gives you a little bit of hope.
Base hit makes it 12-3. And that's what you have to think of. You have to say, oh, we're going to pick away. You're not going to pick up 12 runs in 1 inning. Highly unlikely. 2 balls and a strike to Beckerich. Outfield very shallow. I mean, really shallow.
They'll make you hit it over the head, aren't they?
And they're swung a little bit towards right, not expecting most players to get around against Allen. That's inside. 3 balls and a strike. And this isn't how Craig Allen wanted to start. I mean, he might be a little too relaxed. Beckerich, it's got to be real good. And that's high. Ball 4. Bases loaded for Keeney Driscoll, the left fielder.
He carried the team in the state and the regional.
He had 600 plus during the state and the regional. He didn't have any home runs during the regular season. He hit 2 that won ball games for them in the state and regional tournament. 5'10", 165-pound left fielder. Heads at the knees.
I'll tell you, boys, things have changed a little bit how you wear your stockings. Remember when they used to pull them up? Who was the guy for the Phillies and the Cardinals, the outfielder, that all you saw was the white sanitary? Now, you know, where's the strike zone on this guy if you're an umpire?
There's a strike on the corner. Yeah, that really bugs me too, to be honest with you. It looks sloppy.
Well, you know, in the old days you used rubber bands, then you got some elastic, then they went to tape. Now you don't even need anything. Just let it go.
Line drive, base hit up the middle. It'll score 1. Around third, McGrory. And he'll hold up there. Playing it conservatively, down by a bunch. But hey, this team from Bergen County is a heck of a scoreboard. We're going to take our hats.
Actually, they're bringing McGorry around third, and for some reason they just didn't get their signals together because it's an easy run. Rich Tandy had the go sign on. Somehow it just didn't happen. So I'll tell you what, these kids hung in there.
And here's Bill Menahan.
That was a two-strike hit there.
Joe Hayden's assisted by Dave Evans, Ralph Smith, and Chris Floyd. Hey, 2, 3, wake up now, guys!
That's a proud right center kid who played another guy going to Villanova.
There's a strike. Menahan broke out of a slump in the tournament last night with a single and a double. He's been pulling off the baseball, and a lot of guys will come into this park trying to jack everything because the fence is very inviting, and with the light air, all you have to do is take batting practice once to realize you get about a 10% jump on the baseball here.
The guy averaged 20 points a game. Hoops, got some size. Drove in 7 as a sophomore against Nutley. So there's some ability.
Ball and 2 strikes with 2 outs, bottom of the first. It's been a wild one so far. Cincinnati leads it 12-2. They're the team in the field. Breaking pitch outside. Craig Allen's thrown quite a few pitches here. This half inning.
Well, you had a double play. There was nobody on. All this started with 2 outs.
Exactly right. He got Kalia to bounce into a double play up the middle. Ball hit hard. And Allen gloved it. This is chopped toward the pitcher. Should be the final out of the inning, and it is. But in the inning, there was 4 base hits, and a couple of runs came across. Bergen County leaves 3 on, but they chip away somewhat.
If a picture is worth 1,000 words, we stopped counting a long time ago. Call 1-800-647-7711 for your free New Mexico vacation planner. 1-800-647-7711. This summer, come to the land of enchantment, New Mexico, USA.
Is your company looking for a place to locate? Northwest New Mexico may be of interest. Call 1-800-788-4506 for information.
Spectacular evening in Farmington, New Mexico, northern part of the state, about less than an hour's drive from Durango, Colorado. It's in the Four Corners region. If you've never been to the Southwest, well, pack up the camper or try to find some time. It is one of the prettiest parts of our gorgeous country. And Farmington, New Mexico's number of big lakes. The Navajo Indian Reservation is in this region as well. They get about 250,000 tourists through here each year.
Got a lot of pride in this town. Good sports. I got a trivia question for you. Guy sitting next door had a chance to coach Jackie Thorpe from here. Played at the University of
Colorado.
Colorado.
The guy with the number 60 jacket. I mean, the size 60 jacket.
Yeah, he's big. All right, there's another tackle played here with the University of Oklahoma, longtime Dallas Cowboy. Ralph Neely. There you go. See, I knew you'd have that down.
I did pretty good on that.
Very good. Dwayne Ward is from here.
Brian Stidham steps in, and Irv's the only guy as he grounds towards short. This is a tough chance. And the throw. That's a big league play by Rob Tandy. You know, for being down by 10 runs, Tandy has been most impressive already.
He did a good job with the bat. He had a face knock, and this is an exceptional play. Stidham runs pretty good. He gets out of the box. Third baseman can make the play, a la Brooks Robinson at short. That's how Brooks made it. Lead with the left foot. He throws them out. Nice effort.
Look out. Here's Jason Payton. All he's done this evening is knock in two. He scored 2. Hit a 2-run home run and a single in that first inning and a stolen base as well. The 3'9" student hits one deep to center field. This one is playable, and it's tucked away by Gonzaga. So 2 quick outs, and ordinarily that won't get people off their feet, but after that first inning, there's a contingent of fans from New Jersey that are standing up and applauding rather vigorously.
That's pretty good there.
Yeah, I can't even read it, but
it doesn't matter. It's not fun. They pay you a check.
No, that's right. I think it's a positive message.
It certainly was.
Sloan Smith scored a couple of runs in that first inning.
Turns around, hits from the left side. Now, once again, became a switch hitter at Northwestern last fall. Had never done anything but hit from the right side, his natural side.
And Zatoli falls behind him 3-0 after getting 2 quick outs. So he'll take a step off the rubber and think about things.
Obviously, the advantage to switch hit. The curveball always breaks into you.
There's a strike on the inside corner.
Guys switch hit for a reason. Red Shandy's taught himself to be a switch hitter because of a problem with one eye.
Ground ball towards the middle, and that'll have eyes and get through. So it's a 2-out hit for Sloan Smith. And he is aboard for the 3rd time this evening, and it's only the top of the 2nd inning.
Boy, is he consistent, though, Drew. Base hit from the right side up the middle, base hit from the left side up the middle. In between, he got hit by a pitch, took one for the team.
Well, you coached a little bit. What'd you think of the swing from the left side?
I liked it. Quick and down. Spread stance, so the curveball doesn't bother you. Short stroke, short step.
Here's a rather talented young man from a rather talented and bright family, the Larkin clan. Well, you know about Barry. He's probably the best shortstop in baseball. Byron was an outstanding basketball player, played a little bit in the NBA, played at Xavier, and he's now working on a master's degree there. Older sister Robin, and also Steve, who is the oldest boy. Steve played football at Notre Dame. There's a great story about Bo Schembechler because Barry could have gone and played football there in the secondary and might have wound up in the NFL if that was his choosing. He's that talented. He was that talented on the diamond, as it is now 2-0 on Larkin. So 3-0, check that. And the youngest was Steve, and Steve always wore a Michigan hat and a Michigan sweater. And when he saw Steve last year, a couple of years ago, Bo said to Shirley, Larkin said, "Shirley, am I finally going to get a Larkin to play football for me?" And she said, "No, I think he's going to go elsewhere and he's going to play baseball." So Bo never did get a Larkin
Bo knows
to play
Larkin.
football. That's
Okay.
right. 3-0, and now ball 4. So Steve will jog down to first, and the team from Cincinnati has something going here with 2 outs.
4-hole hitter Pate hadn't been able to swing the bat. All they've done is walk him tonight.
You know, as a hitter, sometimes in a rout, You get really anxious when everybody's got a couple of hits already and all you've done is walked, and he hacks pretty quickly and he'll get thrown out by Zatoli. So a solid inning by Zatoli, as Cincinnati got a hit and left a couple. And in the middle of the second, 12-2, the Redskins over the Crusaders.
Jerry Owens here, reminding you that it's time to enter the Owens On the Road with the Rangers sweepstakes. Win a weekend family getaway for 4 to see the Rangers take on the A's in Oakland, California, including airfare, hotel, and box seat tickets to the game. Look for official entry forms and specially marked boxes of Owens breakfast biscuits and Owens Border breakfast. Or send a postcard with your name, address, and phone number to this address. But hurry, because times are running out.
The excitement is back. The tradition continues. Dallas Cowboys football. There's nothing else like it. And you can see all the Cowboys at the inaugural Cowboys for Kids game, benefiting special camps for special kids. The Cowboys for Kids game is Friday, August 23rd against the Atlanta Falcons. Call 579-5000 for tickets. And remember, this one is for the kids.
Well, we'd like to thank Advertising Ideas for the Connie Mack custom apparel here tonight. 12-2 our score. Craig Allen going through his warm-up pitches. He's headed to South Bend to pitch for the Fighting Irish. He faced 8 hitters in that first inning, and fortunate only to give up a couple of runs. The bases were left loaded, and he induced Bill Menahan, the designated hitter, to bounce back to the mound. He'll face 9-1-2 here in the bottom of the second. Vin Florio, Rob Cassell, and Mark Kalia. Great crowd on hand, better than 5,000, and they filled up Ricketts Field each and every night. As far as amateur parks are concerned, this has to be one of the finest in the nation.
Well, they got a lot of pride here. You know, they've done a few things besides Connie Mack tournament. They host the Willie Mays Regional. There's a great deal of pride. I was down here about 10 years ago. They've improved this park a bunch. There's more seating.
Well, the lawn looks better here than most fairways I'm never on. There's a fast strike to Florio, and the infield is immaculate. Grass is cut low. Gorgeous park. Strike one to Vin Florio. First baseman gets a curveball down. He slices it out of play down the left field line and over the stands.
Allen really throws effortlessly. You can see why somebody's drafted him. He's got a good arm. Looks like his best is ahead to me. Look how easy he throws, though.
Fastball at the letters, and Florio had his head out and is fanned on 3 pitches. So Rob Cassell will come up. He was aboard on an infield hit. Erased on a double play. Casella carried a 98 average in high school, and he's on his way to Seton Hall on an academic scholarship, and he'll walk on and play baseball there. And that's a program that has turned out a number of great players. Line drive, one hop, and Williams. Step, fires high. Larkin, did he get his foot down? Yep. Jim Schaefer said, yes, sir.
I'll tell you what happened there. Williams was playing Kenny Keltner. Remember Kenny Keltner from the Indians? Used to look at the baseball before he throw it across the diamond. Look at him shake his head. He looks at the baseball. Watch this now. He'll look at the baseball, and then he kind of loses his grip. Looks at it, and then loses his grip, and yet he's got a good enough gun to make the play. He gets a nice effort to first base from a pretty good athlete, Steve Larkin. I'll tell you one thing about Larkin. When he goes to play for Cliff Gusson, Texas, better know how to punt.
Yeah, you're right there.
Gus pretty good with the fundamentals.
Kalia, he grounded back to the box, turned into a 1-6-3 double play. Fastball right back toward you.
Once again in Farmington, a guy by the name of Tommy Roberts is a lawyer down here. Led the University of New Mexico in free throw percentage. Pretty good baseball player too.
Well, you speak about athletes from Farmington, and there's an athlete in the Denver Nuggets camp right now, a rookie free agent who played 4 years and started 4 years for the Lobos. A very good program. Dave Bliss, the head coach down there. We've seen him play a number of times. Rob Robbins from Farmington.
Yeah, I saw him pitch. Let me tell you something. He was a very good pitcher. Very good pitcher. Threw hard. Had a lot of heat.
6'5", probably looked like he was stepping on you.
He's a funny guy. He sleep about 2 hours a night. He'd go bowling. You say sleep is for cowards. I don't need to sleep. Let's go bowling.
It's the Herschel Walker School, isn't it? 3-1 with 2 outs here, bottom of the second. New Jersey, team from Bergen County, trails by 10, 12-2. And Mark Galea tosses the bat ball forward and sprints down to first.
Without question, the crowd is behind him. They'd like to see another game tomorrow night. The town, I'm sure, would like to see another game tomorrow night. This, you know, you put 5,100 in here. I don't know if they charge a ducat. You're doing pretty good. They've always done well here.
Rob Tandy ripped a single his first trip.
He goes up the middle, and you can see why. He keeps that front shoulder closed. Boy, that's a secret to the good hitters. The really good ones keep that front shoulder closed. They're not fooled by the curveball, not fooled by pitches away.
6'1", 180 pounds. Good size. This ball up in the air, deep to left center field. Going hard is Peyton, and he manages to haul it in at the track about 360 feet away. He had to run a 40-yard dash to get in the neighborhood. Tough play and a good play by Jason Peyton to Rob Tandy. 12-2 through 2.
The speed, the power. Get the inside story on America's favorite thrill sport. Join host Eli Gold for This Week in NASCAR. From Brooklyn, Thursday night at 11:30 on HSE.
It's the official baseball rules tape everyone has been talking about. Act now to get the #1 resource used across the country in coach and umpire training clinics and as a guide for parents. It's unbeatable.
As a matter of fact, knowledge of the rules will take care of about 90% of the arguments that you ever have on the field anyway.
It's the perfect way for young players to learn the rules quickly and thoroughly.
If you don't know the rules of the game, I mean, might as well not play it because you wouldn't know how to play it without the rules.
With a learning video, official Little League baseball rules, balks, infield fly, forced slide, interference, all the basic rules of baseball become crystal clear.
Well, I think there should be one made for Major League Baseball, really.
It's the best baseball reference material ever available. Call our 800 number now. Don't go through another season without it. Get this highly acclaimed video today. Order 5 or more and shipping and handling is free.
Arena Bowl 91. For 11 weeks, they battled for this honor. Now the final war is about to be waged. Detroit and Tampa Bay. Live Saturday night at 7 on HSE.
Top of the third inning from Farmington, New Mexico, the Connie Mack World Series. The team from Cincinnati put 12 digits up on the board in the first. They lead it over the team from Bergen County, New Jersey, 12-2. And to carry the next couple, my partner, Irv Brown. Irv?
All right, thank you, Drew. And Brad Hintersman will lead it off. Hintersman has only driven in 5. He had a base hit to right in the first inning. Then in the first inning, his second at-bat, a grand slammer. So Hintersman, ball was hit on the ground, the shortstop, Tandy, with the play. So 6-3 if you score along with us. And the leading lady is retired. That'll bring up Brian Mannion. Mannion, a base hit, got on an error. Pleasure to welcome to our booth Richard Cheney, House of Representatives, who lives here in Farmington and a big baseball fan. And Richard, that first inning, not exactly what the folks had been expecting.
Well, it wasn't what we anticipated, no.
Well, that should not take away from what has gone on here all week long. It's just a terrific event. I've been here before. The pride factor is something else, and it's just simple as that.
Well, people of Farmington really do support this event, and in fact, the people of New Mexico. And we're awfully proud of it, and we're pleased that Connie Mack is coming back.
2 balls and no strikes on Menino. Richard, what does it mean to the local economy here, this tournament, which lasts approximately a week?
Well, certainly it has a tremendous impact, and I think in addition to that, there are people that return here. They come for the game, and they like this area, and they come back for vacations as well.
If I understand it right, since it's 3-0 count, as we'll continue to follow the action and visit with Richard, 200,000 people, as we look at the base on balls, are liable to be here in the Four Corners area, coming in to shop, to visit, stuff like that.
That's exactly right.
Well, and you get more and more businesses here. Then a big Walmart coming in here.
New Walmart store. I understand it's one of the largest in their system. Is just I think they broke ground on it yesterday afternoon.
So that'll be something. Chris Williams, the hitter, was the runner at first. Menino Williams, base on balls in the first, and he scored. And another base on balls in that same inning as the pitcher totally is up high with that first pitch.
You know, different towns seem to have love affairs with different sports. It's well documented. Most of the towns in the state of Indiana love basketball. Why do you think the love affair with our national pastime here in Farmington?
Well, I'm not sure, but certainly Farmington, this is our favorite sport here. Now, we have had some football. We're quite football fans, too. You know, Ralph Neely played so long for the Dallas Cowboys, played high school football here in Farmington. So we're football fans as well. But certainly baseball is very popular.
And you got a guy in the big leagues right now, pretty good player with the Toronto Blue Jays, Dwayne Ward.
Dwayne Ward, that's exactly right.
Plus Todd Youngblood is in AAA. 2-1 the count to the hitter Williams, a runner at first, one down as we play in the top of the third inning. The pitchers at Tully came on in the first when the left-hander Zamparella just couldn't get anybody out. How about your high school coach here, Tom
McLemore?
Yeah, he's still around, but
yes.
Coaching here, the dean of coaches.
Yes, and he's done a tremendous job with our high school baseball program as well.
Pitches fought off full count with one down. 12-2 if you just joined us. The team from Cincinnati who dominated this tournament in the 80s. They won it 3 times, leading the team from Bergen County in New Jersey.
Where's all the money come from to make this park as well manicured, well kept as it is?
Could be 2.
Wow, that's
6, 4.
The city of Farmington does a lot of this.
I'll tell you what, we'll pick up on that thought right after this half inning. We have to step aside, middle of 3, 12-2, Cincinnati.
Get a jump on the hottest game of the year as Spud Webb and your favorite NBA stars take their best shots in the Spud Webb Classic. Tip-off is 7:30, Thursday, August 22nd at Reunion Arena. Join Spud, Dominique Wilkins, Moses Malone, Rolando Blackman, Larry Johnson, and more as they hit the courts to benefit the Boys Club of Dallas. For tickets, call Metro 214-787-1500 or visit any Rainbow Ticketmaster outlet. Watch the stars shine at the 1991 Spud Webb Classic. Rangers fans, get ready for an afternoon of pointers, picnics, and playing ball. Brought to you by Advil and HSE. 100 kids 13 and under will learn the finer points of the game from the men who teach the pros. And enjoy a picnic with an autograph session prior to the Rangers game that night. Winners will be announced during HSE Rangers telecast, so enter today. The Advil Baseball Clinic, brought to you by HSE and Advil, advanced medicine for pain.
Special thanks to U.S. West for help for the Connie Mack World Series. Irv Brown, Drew Goodman in Farmington, New Mexico. And right now, Cincinnati on top easily over New Jersey, 12-2. We play 7th. You were kind of finishing that thought, Rich, and then we'll let you go enjoy the ball game.
City of Farmington takes care of the park. Bob Hudson is the director of parks here. He does a fantastic job with it. The state of New Mexico furnishing funds for the bleachers and for the new restroom facilities. It's been a real community effort. Farmington's very proud of Connie Mack. Just like I say, everybody's worked hard on it. Certainly Danny Carpenter deserves a lot of praise. He's been with it, I think, for full 27 years it's been here.
Ground ball by Bambaco, deep in the hole. The shortstop Williams got a chance. He throws him out easily. Boy, you got to make that play if you want to play for money. He made it look easy. We really appreciate you coming up. You got a great little town here. We wish you continued success. I don't think you need any help. I think people are going to come here. In fact, if there is a turnaround and somehow Bergen County rallies, I think they'll come back tomorrow.
Well, I think they will too. There will be a big crowd out here, and everybody that's watching would like to invite them to Farmington, Northwest New Mexico. It's a great place to come visit.
Thanks very much for coming.
Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Richard Cheney, House of Representatives. One down, and a left-handed hitter. McCurry. PJ had a base knock in the first, drove in a run. Ended up with a double. 12-2 our count.
Hey, Irv, that play by Williams looked very routine, and he had to throw the ball, about 150 feet on a line.
Yeah, I'd say Ohio State got himself something. They won the Big Ten last year.
You know, speaking of Ohio State, they won the Big Ten championship. You just mentioned that. You know who led them? Their quarterback, Greg Fry. He was a pretty good quarterback, a pretty good baseball player. And guess what? Yeah, he played for Joe Hayden.
Joe's coached a lot of them. Here's a look at the shortstop Williams that we were talking about. He plays on the grass.
Played in 85-86 with one Ken Griffey Jr.
Another shot, 2 for 2 is P.J. McGowney, center fielder. Peyton does a good job. Cuts it off, so he hits a double to right in the first inning, a base hit to left. And P.J. is having himself a pretty good night. P.J. McGorry, I correct myself, it's not McGowney. McGorry, the right fielder who's going to Villanova.
Beckerich steps in.
This is the catcher, Mike Beckerich. McGorry at first with one out. Baco opened the inning, grounding out to Williams. Here's the pitch. That pitch is inside. On the hill is Allen. Around the infield, it's Smith, Williams, West, and Larkin in the outfield. Peyton, Studham, Henderson, the catcher. Craig Allen, big kid from Notre Dame on the hill.
Can we play woulda, shoulda, coulda for a moment? Sure. You mentioned the pop-up by Peyton leading off the ball game.
Ground ball could be two. The second baseman taking himself. Turns it over. I'll tell you what, that's not too bad. It's Sean West, if you're scoring with us, 4-3, a double play. So there's a base hit. There's nobody left. And after 3 complete innings, Cincinnati leading New Jersey 12-2.
Travel back into the Old West on the Durango-Silverton Narrow Gauge Railroad. It's your ticket to a vacation of fun and excitement. A 90-mile ride into the towering peaks of Colorado. With its Old West charm and awesome natural attractions, Durango offers a complete range of vacation accommodations. Make your vacation one to remember on the Durango-Silverton Railroad.
Well, now listen to the whistle of the rock out on the highway to Silverton town. And you're going to get a shiver when you check out the river, which is 400 feet.
I've been with TCI for 12 years, and I've been involved with muscular dystrophy for the past 4 years. Summer camp is a wonderful place to be. They're just as normal as you and me, and they just love to get into mischief. They just go wherever they want. They're just having a ball. It's like when they're out there and they're playing their softball game. They get frustrated because they can't hit that ball, but you should see the excitement on their face when they finally hit it. They really accomplished something great. I guess I didn't realize that muscular dystrophy crippled your body that bad. This is something that they have. It's something that's not going to go away without new breakthroughs in medicine. It just makes us work harder for muscular dystrophy. TCI is great about back and MDA. I believe TCI donated about $1.9 million last year. Those kids are just so special. They get to your heart real quick. You don't get any money for it, but the rewards are unbelievable.
Back in Farmington, it's all named for the guy who used to manage the Philadelphia Athletics in a white shirt and a bow tie.
Didn't you coach against him?
Yeah, right. Connie Mack.
What's his full name?
McGillicuddy.
Right, Cornelius McGillicuddy. Oh, I thought it's...
Along with Bert Schott, best of my knowledge, the only two that now wear uniform. Ground ball up the middle by West. It continues to impress. West got on an error. In the first, struck out, now he's got a base hit.
He kept his weight back, waited, just slapped it right through there. He got the barrel through the strike zone very quickly. Great hands.
Here it is, Drew.
Watch him. Right back through the originator. You'll get a lot of hits doing that.
If you're ever in a slump, that's what you want to do. Hit the pitcher in the kneecap. Stud him the hitter. Stud him a fly ball to right, and he grounded out to short. He's the only guy who hadn't been on base tonight for the team in the dark uniforms. Ground ball down the line. That is at least one, should be two.
Now he is.
As Hayden brings him down. So the runners are now at second and third as Studham with a no-out double. So runners at second and third. And Cincinnati back on the attack. The top of the order, Jason Payton. All he's done tonight, a base hit to left, a home run, and a fly ball to center. Let's pick this up, Drew.
He's going to get a pitch on the inside half. Down low, and he goes and gets it. There's a lot of hitters. I think it's Tim Wallach right away, star for the Montreal Expos, that mess up that theory of pitching everybody down. That's a misnomer in baseball. Some guys prefer the ball below their knees. And you saw what happened there. This ball's hit pretty well to right field.
Yeah, that thing will score one. The right fielder makes an outstanding catch. I tell you, they may score two on the tag. Hayden thought about it instead. Holds the runner, Studham at third base, but Sean West tags up and scores. So if you're scoring with us, another RBI for Jason Payton as he has a sacrifice fly. And another run on the board for Cincinnati. They lead at 13-2. That'll bring up Sloan Smith. Smith, a base hit from the right side up the middle, a base hit from the left side up the middle, got hit by a pitch as we play in the fourth inning.
And another RBI opportunity for Smith.
My scorecard is a disaster. I'll tell you where I struggle is when people bat around. 17 went to the plate in the first inning for Cincinnati.
I'd let you look at mine, but you can't read my writing.
Chris Zatoli came on for Adam Zamparello. Ball is fought off by Sloan Smith, who plays for Northwestern. A lot of college kids on this ball club, and that year of experience makes all the difference in the world. You think back to your days when you played in high school, the pitching you saw versus college pitching. There's a lot of experience on this ball club, and they're on the verge of winning their fourth championship in the last 8 years. This pitch is in there from Chris Zatoli. Zatoli beat the host school, Farmington, in his only other appearance in the Connie Mack tournament.
You know, one of the other things that really helps this team from Cincinnati, they've played over 75 games this year, and oh, by the way, they've only lost 6 times.
1-2. This ball is fouled off.
You know, he did there too. He kept his weight back nicely. Zatoli changed speeds, and Smith had the same swing as if it was an 85-mile-an-hour fastball.
Good-looking ball player.
Hey, he's disciplined at the plate.
Played basketball, all-state quarterback.
This team has won it in 1984, 85, and 89.
They've been to the finals 3 other times, so Joe Hayden really has it going here. This pitch is up high. Around the infield is Kalea, Tandy, Casella, Florio, the outfield, Driscoll, Bacco, and McGrory. Catcher is Beckerich, and Chris Zatoli, the second pitcher of the evening. Remember, we play only 7. Got it.
That's a good pitch, too.
Out number 2.
I'll tell you,
Smith strikes out.
I'll tell you why it was a good pitch also. He had thrown 2 consecutive pitches that were fouled off on the inside half, and then he moves this baseball away. Watch this. This is going to tail away, fastball away, never in the strike zone, but it looked appealing after the previous 2 pitches. Good sequence by Zatoli.
Larkin, tough chance for Tandy. And he got it. I'll tell you, Tandy stayed right in there. Does a great job. They pick up a run that could have been a lot worse as the first 2 hitters get on base. 1 run. There are a couple of base hits through 4.5. Cincinnati leading New Jersey 13-2.
Andre Agassi, Boris Becker, and Pete Sampras. They're tuning up for the U.S. Open at the GTE U.S. Hardcourt Championship. Live Saturday at 12 on HSE.
Nothing captures the magic of baseball better than baseball cards, one of the hottest collectibles going. And now you don't have to trade or buy dozens of card packs to collect all the cards from your favorite team. Now you can buy Topps baseball cards in team sets, complete with the potentially valuable rookie cards. But that's not all. With your Topps team set, you also receive this attractive baseball card album to protect and store your collection. Choose your favorite team and call now. You'll receive a complete 1991 Topps team set and team album for only $14.95 plus $3 shipping. Plus order now and you'll also receive absolutely free the valuable 1991 All-Star set. You get genuine Topps cards with all the players' Major League records on the back, plus the team album, plus the All-Star set, all for one low price. Not available in stores. Call now.
To order your Topps team set, team album, and All-Star set, use your credit card and call toll-free. 1-800-356-7500. That's 1-800-356-7500. Or send check or money order for $14.95 plus $3 shipping to Team Set, Department HS, Box 1618, St. Louis, Missouri 63011. Sorry, no CODs. Call now.
The speed, the power. Get the inside story on America's favorite thrill sport. Join host Eli Gold for This Week in NASCAR. From Brooklyn, Thursday night at 11:30 on HSE.
Third round through Goodman back in Farmington, the Connie Mack World Series. Town does a great job with it. Championship game, right now it's all Cincinnati. They lead at 13-2. Driscoll had a base hit up the middle and RBI his first at bat. Pops this one up to first baseman Larkin. Makes the play. So first pitch, one up, one down.
Quick story about Steve Larkin. You know, he didn't play baseball the last couple of years. He hadn't swung the bat until a couple of months ago because he had a heart condition that was diagnosed. And he told me before the game they think it's athlete's heart. And it's a similar condition. I certainly am not a doctor, and I don't want to call it the same thing as Hank Gathers, but he says he's fine. He has never had a problem with it. They do have a doctor that travels with the team. He's in the dugout, and that's why he stopped playing football. He was a very talented running back at Cincinnati Moeller High School, another one of those terrific programs.
Menahan with a base hit. This should be two. Let's see if the right fielder will make the play. He does a nice job. Menahan with a ball going down 13-2. Hold at first base. So after a comeback in the first inning, a base hit to right. Bill Menahan at first base as we play in the bottom of the fourth. Florio, the hitter, then struck out leading off the second inning.
And Cliff Gustafson called up Joe Hayden and he asked, why hasn't this guy played baseball? Talking about Steve Larkin. Is he a troublemaker? And Hayden said anything but. I mean, he's an excellent student. He's a terrific kid. And he told them a little bit about the condition. And obviously, Larkin's been checked out. It's fine. Gustafson has himself a heck of a player.
That pitch is fought off. He's counted 1-1 as the catcher, Indersman, goes out. There's a shot of Keith Bailey, the third base umpire. The finest day in college baseball history in the state of Colorado. UNC hosts #1 Arizona when Jerry Kindle's ball club was the best in America in the 70s. This guy was a freshman pitcher, along with another guy from Longmont, Colorado, Rick Thorne. They beat Arizona in a doubleheader, went to the College World Series. It's by far the finest day. Of course, Colorado borders New Mexico, very close to Durango. Keith Bailey, just an outstanding pitcher, now a very fine umpire.
That's a good-looking pitch.
1-2 with one down.
How's that backup slider? Kind of moving in from the outside corner and take something off it. Good pitch by Allen.
Here's his 1-2 pitch, and he got it. So Allen, the youngster who competes for Notre Dame, with the strikeout, he struck out Florio in the second, gets him again here in the fourth. There it is, Drew.
Watch Florio's head. Wasn't on the baseball. Breaking pitch down, good spot. Florio looking down the right field line. Got to go shoulder to shoulder with the head. Keep it on the baseball right through the strike zone. And Florio took his head out in the second inning also, and he's been a strikeout victim twice now.
Second baseman Rob Casella has played pepper with the shortstop Williams, once for an infield hit, and the other time thrown out by Williams. Boy, when you're in the infield and your memory bank says, this guy hit it to me, you're ready. This pitch is down low. 1-1 as we play with 2 down in the bottom of the 4th. We play 7. Let me correct myself. 2-1 is the count. Midland, this is a corporation. They're from Cincinnati. They get them from Kentucky.
And the chairman of the board also happens to be the head coach, Joe Hayden.
This has really been his hobby. He knows everybody in the world. This guy could run for office. Likes kids. This pitch is hit on the ground. The third baseman with the long hit. He's got a good arm. Look at the play by Larkin. So Smith throws out the leadoff hitter Casella. There's a base hit. No runs. 1 hit. We played 4. There's the story.
Bad throw.
I've been with TCI for 12 years, and I've been involved with muscular dystrophy for the past 4 years. Summer camp is a wonderful place to be. They're just as normal as you and me, and they just love to get into mischief. They just go wherever they want. They're just having a ball. It's like when they're out there and they're playing their softball game. They get frustrated because they can't hit that ball, but you should see the excitement on their face when they finally hit it. They really accomplished something great. I guess I didn't realize that muscular dystrophy crippled your body that bad. This is something that they have. It's something that's not going to go away without new breakthroughs in medicine. It just makes us work harder for muscular dystrophy. TCI is great about back and MDA. I believe TCI donated about $1.9 million last year. Those kids are just so special. They get to your heart real quick. You don't get any money for it, but the rewards are unbelievable.
In a word, the way I like to play baseball is dirty. If I come out of a game and my uniform's clean, something's wrong. When you make a good play,
Smash! Look at Caminetti, kept the ball from going through.
you hear the fans cheer. It sends chills down your spine.
Transportation provided by Continental Airlines. One airline can make a difference. We rode him today coming down. He did a nice job. All right, in Farmington, and to carry the rest of the way, my partner, Drew Goodman.
All right, Irv, thank you very much. There's the story, 13-2, 12 runs for the All-Star team from Cincinnati. 12 in the first. They lead it 13-2, and the cleanup hitter, Milt Pate, tries to drag a bunt. He's walked twice and hit a comebacker, so he's officially 0 for 1, but he scored a couple of runs and has a stolen base. And joining us in the booth, another dignitary from northwestern New Mexico, the mayor of Farmington, Tom Taylor. And Tom, we were talking about the impact that this tournament has on the community. In a dollar amount, what are we talking about for the week here in the summer?
Boy, that's hard to estimate. This is an event that doesn't go on just a week out of each summer. It goes on for a whole year. We've got people in this community who just live and eat these ball games. And
is this it? Is this the biggest thing that happens each year?
Well, it certainly is one of them. Farmington is a baseball town from the word go.
Always has been. Tom, this is supposed to be a part-time job. You do other things, but I got a feeling they keep you pretty busy. Are there enough hours in the day?
Oh, never. But it's always fun.
So what's the biggest problem being the mayor of Farmington? Maybe you get a little snow, you can't get it off. Go ahead.
Well, you know, the normal things out there, barking dogs, airplanes, engines that are too loud, that sort of thing. No, Farmington's a great town. We get along well here.
Well, and the thing that has been so impressive, I watched with great interest video of the area and everything. There's a great deal of pride, and there's a lot of business opportunities down there. We're not hyping anything for anybody. I got to tell you something. There could be a lot of worse places to go in business and come down to this area.
Oh, this is a great place for business. Farmington attracts business from all over the Four Corners area. We pretty much are a retail center here.
Florio handles the ground ball by Pate, flips to Zatoli. So Pate is retired, one done here in the 5th inning. Brad Hendersman, the catcher, who has had a big night already. Single and a grand slam, 5 RBIs, 2 for 3.
What kind of support does Farmington High School get? As I understand, about 1,600 go to the school. Do they turn out Friday night for football games?
Oh, yeah.
Basketball?
all sports activities here are in great shape. In fact, we passed a 0.25% gross receipts tax here a few years ago. We built soccer fields. We have an 18-hole golf course that I think is the finest municipal golf course in the United States. We're in the process of building an Olympic swimming pool. We have riverine parks, and that passed by a 4-to-1 margin in a real tough time economically.
Talking with the mayor of Farmington, Tom Taylor. That's in for a strike. 0-2 on Brad Hendersman, the catcher, with 1 out here in the top of the 5th inning.
Tom, where do the kids go to school? Do they go across the line to Fort Lewis and Durango? Do they go to the university in Albuquerque? Where do they go?
Out of here, a lot of kids to New Mexico State, University of New Mexico, and then Arizona, Colorado schools pick up a lot of the kids from around here.
It's pretty strong cultural diversification here, isn't there?
Very much so, especially in the county-wide area with the Navajo culture nearby. Really makes a good mix.
Zatoli misses upstairs, so it's 1 ball and 2 strikes on Hendersman.
The kids actually live with foster parents this week. Is that correct?
That's right.
They don't live in a motel. They're actually in with people here.
They move in with families. They adopt them as their own children, and they get out here and root for that team. And people fight over who gets to keep the boys.
This is down the left field line. It's going to be a problem. It's going to get in the corner. Keen Driscoll over there to play it, but it's going to be a 2-bagger, maybe. No! Great throw. The tag by Casella. Brad Hendersman gunned down. Good play by Driscoll, hustling over.
I didn't think he had a shot. He was over in left center field for Hendersman, who's just been terrific. Look at the effort here by Keen Driscoll. I don't think he watched the ball either. It looked like he got out and he ran. This is a cinch double, you would think. Driscoll gets a good bounce and handles it, gets rid of it quickly, and here's the relay by the shortstop, Tandy, and the nice call at second base. And let's give credit to the crew chief. Sammy Kimball stays right in there. Nice effort.
And Kimbrell has a partner, Mr. Williams, who's looking in back in Memphis, Tennessee on satellite. Sammy wanted to say hello.
Drew, that's an unusual scoring play. 7-6-4. You don't usually see that.
We saw this, one of the strangest things last night. I remember a Yankee game about 4 years ago where 2 guys got thrown out on the same play at the plate. They were right behind each other. Remember that play? Made all the highlight reels. That nearly happened last night. Midland scored 2 that way. And they nearly had them both gunned down, and the catcher whiffed on them both. It was one of those bang-bang plays. 2 runners scored within a couple of tenths of a second of each other. 3-0 now on Menino, the designated hitter, with 2 outs, and there's a strike. Zatoli has settled down a little bit. He's given up only 1 run since that debacle of a first inning.
Tom, we want to let you go and enjoy the rest of the game and everything, but now this is your second term as mayor, is that correct?
That's right.
Now, is that it, or do you run a 3rd time? What do they do down there?
Oh, I guess if you're crazy enough, you can run 3 times.
Are you crazy, or?
Oh, you never know. It's too far away to tell. Hey, Farmington's a great place to be a mayor.
Hey, Tom.
Really proud of my town.
Thanks for stopping in. We appreciate it. And, continued success, not only in your political office, but in helping take part in a very successful tournament. 27 years in running, huh?
27 years. We're proud of it, and Farmington deserves it. We got a lot of people out there working all year long to make this thing a success.
We'll second and third that affirmation here. Thanks again.
You bet. Thank you.
Tom Taylor, the distinguished mayor of the city of Farmington. The team from Cincinnati has been doing it throughout the tournament. They're undefeated, and right now they're cruising toward a national championship in Connie Mack baseball. They lead it 13-2, top of inning number 5. This could be playable. Vin Florio is going to give a look. And he expects some box seats, and it hits the chicken. Oh, my goodness.
Well, I hope the mayor's got insurance. It could be a lawsuit.
Would the chicken do that?
Well, you never know. Let's pick this up and see if this chicken catches a shot here.
It hit him on the noggin.
Yeah, listen, he may be able to retire if they play their cards right. Get a lawyer.
I don't practice here in New Mexico. You have a license? Williams looks at that pitch up high. 2 balls and a strike. The runner at first base is Brian Menino.
You ready for this stat? It's taken as much time to play 4 innings as it did that half inning. I believe that. Just one of those things. As this ball club in the field has settled down, they play good baseball.
Well, that's what the point I was making. The woulda, shoulda, coulda a couple of innings ago. That pop-up's caught or the double play is made where Kalia had a chance to turn a double play.
Got yourself a 6-2 game maybe, huh?
Yeah, or even perhaps less than that, maybe 4-2. But that's not how we play it. It is 13-2, and Midland, Cincinnati looking for their 4th national championship. You know, some of the other players that have played for this Midland team made the big leagues: Carl Tuffy Rhodes, Andrew Denson. Talked about Barry Larkin and Ken Griffey Jr., Mark Lewis, Steve Engel, Todd Benzinger. How about Roger McDowell, who just became a Los Angeles Dodger?
I like the guy. He travels at the beat of his own drum. He's liable to give you a hot foot. He's liable to give you a sort of hot foot.
He's liable to put his uniform on backwards and strut out to the mound. He's done that before.
I tell you who played here. A guy I've always respected. The Rooster, Rick Burleson, played for Downey, California.
Yeah. Dave Parker played in this tournament. Ball 4 to Williams, and that is the 6th walk issued by Zatoli. He came in with 2 outs in the 1st inning.
Drew, this isn't the only Ohio team that's played here. Springfield, Ohio, was here in '79. Jeff Russell with the Texas Rangers on that team. Keith Miller from the Mets played for Saginaw, Michigan. Larry Sorensen. He was with the team out of Michigan.
Sean West gets turned around, had to do a pirouette to get out of the way. Oh, you want to know how many major leaguers? Look at all the current Midland grads in the majors. These are just the current ones. Larkin, Liebrandt, he can throw a little bit. McDowell, Billy Doran, Ron Oster.
I got a trivia question.
Let's take a look at that one more time. Hold on, I want to run that list down one more time. Ken Griffey Jr., he's hitting it since the All-Star break. Jeff Russell, Mark Lewis.
All right, go ahead. They like it. Well, I was just going to mention this as we get a look at all of them. All right, 1-1. That guy who played in this tournament, California, Lodi, I believe. He was a roommate of John Elway's in college. These are the bigs. Isaiah's about your age. You can have it. Sounds like Texas Rangers. Sounds like third baseman.
Hold on. Nah, you're going to help me out here. Who am I missing?
Steve Buechele.
Oh, Buechele, okay. I didn't realize that he was Elway's roommate.
Yep. Elway's a pretty good baseball player.
Yeah, played in the Yankee organization. Played in the New York Penn League with Oneonta for 1 season. Calling his own plays now for the Denver Broncos. 2-2. And ball 4 is fouled back and out of play. There are 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning. The team with the bats lead at 13-2. They're booing that gentleman. I mean, it's come to that. You don't count the foul down here.
I wonder if they're thrown back like they're doing great. Well, they're doing a wave here. I can't believe
favorite fan activity, the wave.
Hate the wave. That chicken must be all right. He's leaving in a wave.
2-2. This could get in there to center field. Over the head of Casella. 1 run has come across. And running to second base with a bloop double is Sean West. And it's an RBI double. Menino comes around to score. 14-2. Redskins.
All right, let's pick it up. Boy, when it's your night, it's your night. West hits one on the thumbs. Second baseman Casella gives it a go. And he just can't make the play. Cincinnati has 14 now.
Casella has himself 2 out of 4. He's also on an error. Excuse me, West has himself 2 out of 4. Ryan Stidham, 1 for 3. He doubled his last time up down the left field line. 11 hits, 14 runs. A couple of New Jersey errors have helped. Chris Zatoli. Ground ball, and Zatoli gloves it. Quickly will throw him out and jog toward the dugout. In the inning, a run on a couple of hits. Middle of 5, 14-2. Team from Cincinnati.
Spend a magical evening enjoying Anasazi, the Ancient Ones pageant. Farmington, New Mexico is the location where the lives, legends, and ceremonies of the ancient ones come to life in an outdoor natural amphitheater. This year, a Southwestern-style dinner theater is available, or tickets may be purchased for the performance only. Experience this musical under the stars. Anasazi, the Ancient Ones pageant. For more information, call or write the Farmington Convention and Visitors Bureau.
If a picture is worth 1,000 words, we stopped counting a long time ago. Call 1-800-VISIT-NM for your free New Mexico vacation planner and come to the land of enchantment, New Mexico, USA.
Cincinnati 14, Bergen County 2. 14-2, bottom of 5. Drew Goodman along with Irv Brown. We want to give special thanks to P&G Rental. They provided the scaffolding tonight for our cameras, and without that, Irv and I would give very poor descriptions of the action. No cameras, you don't see a whole heck of a lot, do you, Irv? But there were. You've always told me that.
Look at that crowd. A lot of folks here.
There's the Bergen Crusaders. Again, the team in the field that's leading 14-2. A couple of guys from Moeller High, a couple of guys from different universities, a couple of guys from just south of Cincinnati and Kentucky. They get the finest players in the area to play for them. This team at the bat, that goes foul. Mark Kalia chops it foul. Most of these guys, with the exception of a couple that they picked up, which they're allowed to do during the state and regional tournament, all from Bergen Catholic High School. So you're talking about a high school team, a very talented one, albeit, but a high school team competing with an all-star team from a major city.
And a team that is really used to success. I'll tell you what, you played 75 games, and they play everywhere. You're going to be ready to go.
Played Battle Creek, Michigan.
Kid on the mound, we haven't said much about him because I think he's one of those guys that needs a challenge, and he's just been effortless out there. He's got a big lead. All you do is play catch. But there is no question about why they drafted him. He's got a loose arm.
That's a good pitch, too. Changes speeds. He has a slider, a curveball. He'll throw a cut fastball. Craig Allen going to study in South Bend at Notre Dame. 1-2 on the second baseman, Kalia, and he lays off that pitch. It takes good discipline. Checking out with Jim Schaefer. Schaefer says no swing. Well, they've been giving Schaefer a hard time. Schaefer's not the tallest guy in the world, but I'm not the tallest guy in the world. They took a team, an umpire picture this morning. They had all the umpires gathered who worked this tournament. 2-2, fouled off. And then they had a hat in the middle, and they said that was Schaefer.
That's cold.
That is very cold there.
Schaefer's worked this tournament a lot in Colorado.
Worked the junior college tournament. Man behind the plate. Rich Randall works he works the Stan Musial tournament in Battle Creek. He's been wearing blue for a long time. Good umpire. This is a slow roller, and they'll kill it foul. So Kalia battling Craig Allen here in the fifth. If you're just joining us, 12 runs in the first inning for the team from Cincinnati. And in the bottom of the first, New Jersey picked up a couple. And that's all they've been able to do against Craig Allen.
Drew, they got a nice little league park right next to this complex. They start them right. They do it the right way here. Obviously, there's some pride.
This ball in the air to right field, pretty deep. Good jump by Stidham, and he gets back there and makes the play. The outfield plays shallow, and a confident outfield will play shallow. You want to say cocky, go ahead, but if you have speed, that you're have the ability and the confidence, you can go get the baseball. If it's hit over your head, you can do that. You can challenge hitters. Stidham did it there, and he got back in a hurry and made the put out. So one out, and Rob Tandy, who's probably the most talented player for New Jersey, and he hits a two-hopper to the third baseman, and Sloan Smith throws to Larkin, 2 are done.
Guy's got a good arm. I wonder if he has thrown it all. Good arm. Obviously, he's thrown the football. He's an all-state quarterback. Plays at Northwestern. Big Ten baseball's tough. Old buddy Augie Garrido went out there for a while to Illinois, and then went back to Cal Fullerton. You can't get Augie out of California. It must be the weather.
Well, your favorite coach is at Illinois now. Itchy Jones. Where's his brother Scratchy these days?
Tom Deaton, who used to be at Illinois, is at Regis. Yeah, that's a true story. Regis is in Denver. Scratchy, Itchy and Scratchy. I know people out there say, yeah, these guys have had too much sun or something.
Paul Bambaco's walk bounced to short. And he's getting a dose of sliders right now. He's in the hole, 0-2.
When I first picked up a paper and saw Midland, I thought we were talking about a Texas team. They're in Cincinnati. Midland is a corporation. Midland Redskins. Whoa. The guy who handles it all is the chairman of the board, Joe Hayden. See, I just think that this is a great hobby. He obviously loves it.
Oh, he was beaming with pride. He had a cigar George Burns would be proud of. This ball's hit pretty well left center field. Going back is Peyton, and he says, I got room and I got the baseball. 1, 2, 3 innings for Craig Allen, middle of 5. Cincinnati 14, Bergen County of Jersey 2.
The NM English Open. Mark James has won this prestigious crown for 2 consecutive years. Can he repeat? Coverage begins Saturday at 5 on HSE, an affiliate of Prime Network.
I'm Bob Knoll. My official title is head of auto testing for Consumer Reports magazine, but I really work for you. And there are over 200 people who work for you at Consumer Reports. We test and report on everything from toothpaste to TVs. Right now is a good time to try Consumer Reports because you can get a free trial issue with no strings attached. Here are the details.
Call now for your free trial issue of Consumer Reports, the magazine that gives you all the pros and cons of a product, including price. Call now for your free trial issue, then decide. When the bill arrives, pay it and get 11 more issues, 12 in all, including the annual buying guide issue, for just $20. Or write cancel on the bill and owe nothing. And with your paid subscription, you'll get 2 free books, our 1991 buying guide issue and the updated New Medicine Show.
So put Consumer Reports to work for you. Call now.
Call now for Consumer Reports. Call 1-800-648-3900. 1-800-648-3900.
The speed, the power. Get the inside story on America's favorite thrill sport. Join host Eli Gold for This Week in NASCAR. From Brooklyn, Thursday night at 11:30 on HSE.
We're through 5 full at the Connie Mack World Series in Farmington. Cincinnati leads New Jersey 14-2. Along with Irv Brown, I'm Drew Goodman, and the Chicken got his bell rung.
I tell you, those umpires must be upset because people have been yelling a little bit because they put a whipping on this chicken that's cruel. Look at this, Drew. Is this fair? Good job. This isn't fair. Look at that. I'll tell you what, the chicken, Jim
Sammy Kimbrell picked him up like he was loose change. Dumped him on his head. Chicken get paid.
The one in San Diego
take his job. I'll run around the chicken outfit for his checkbook, huh?
He was a genius. Good guy.
Here's Jason Payton, center fielder. 2 for 4, 2 for 3 tonight. Sacrifice fly, 3 RBIs. Swung through the fastball. We got a new pitcher on the mound. Zatoli got him through 5 innings, and this is Chris Enico. 6-footer, 165 pounds. Just finished up high school. And he kicks the dirt because he's nailed Jason Payton. So Enico just into the ballgame nails Payton. And a leadoff runner for the Redskins. Sloan Smith comes up. He's got a couple of hits in 3 official trips. He was also hit by a pitch. He scored a couple of runs. Switch hitter batting for the left side, and that one gets away. And Beckerich had to look around to try to find the baseball. And Peyton, with his speed, thought about going all the way to third. He gets back into the bag safely. He runs exceptionally well. Great student, Jason Peyton at second base on his way to play for the Ramblin' Wreck of Georgia Tech. Becker is not very happy. I think he got crossed up, Berg.
Well, this guy will compete. Look at that Bulldog out there. You know, they're down pretty good. Take a miracle to come back. This kid's still playing hard. You know, we forget the first inning. It's 2-0. Can you do that, or do you need somebody to holler?
Or if you're the official,
well, no, we better forget it. Somebody's.
It's a good pitch on the outside corner, and Smith never had a chance. Fastball moving away.
I'll tell you something that Smith does maybe better than anybody I've seen tonight is his front foot. He steps on the inside spike. He stays off his heels. If you're a hitter, you're a young hitter, stay off your heels. Step on the inside spike. Look at a guy who's playing at Northwestern, Sloan Smith. Just started switch hit last fall. Let's pick up that front foot. Watch him step on the inside spike. We saw that today like that. It's so important. I haven't seen anybody handle a curveball who stays on his heel. In fact, the way they're starting to swing the bat now, people are lifting their foot up like Mel Ott. Everybody thought he was nuts years ago. Now you see that a lot. People raise the foot. Make sure you're not on your heel.
I think a lot of people watched Kirby Puckett and said, I'll take what Kirby's done. Runner's going to cross over. Casella throws to Florio, and they have the first out of the inning, but Jason Peyton moves over to third base.
And you really ought to appreciate the next at-bat with Larkin, because you just allow to see two Larkins in the big leagues one day. There's a lot of athleticism. Obviously, there's a lot of pride. The family's just a great one.
He gets to go down and hit a riverfront every day when the team's in. And, of course, Barry helps him out a great deal. The two brothers are very, very close. Also, Herm Winningham. Steve told me earlier today that Herm Winningham has helped him a great deal with his swing. And a lot of times, Jason Peyton accompanies Steve because Peyton's living with the Larkins right now. Those are two pretty good prospects to go hang around Lou Pinella's crew.
Larkin with very active hands. Watch his fingers. I always felt that what made Willie Mays so good, he was always squeezing a rubber ball. He'd shake hands with him. He'd have a bump on that right hand. Very active. Strong fingers. Larkin really shows you one of the reasons why this guy's a terrific prospect, why Cliff Gus is recruit. Gus can get anybody he wants. He doesn't recruit anybody but good players, period.
Good eye, 3 balls and a strike now. The youngest Larkin, Robert Shirley. 3-1 is that's low. Wants to study computer science down in Austin, ball 4. And you talked about the Bulldog in Mike Beckridge. He's a rah-rah type of guy. He'll yell at you if you need it. This is the 3rd time he's walked out to the mound this inning, which some skippers don't like, but some really appreciate. I mean, he'll get out there and he'll say, hey, what are you doing? Throw strikes. You're not doing the X, Y, and Z. And he's not afraid to make as many trips as necessary. 1st and 3rd, Jason Peyton, the runner at 3rd. Steve Larkin is at first base. Milt Pate, who's 0 for 2 and a couple of walks, steps up.
I didn't get a chance to visit with him before the ballgame. I wanted to ask him if he related to Bobby Pate. Remember Bobby Pate played at Arizona State, got a cup of coffee in the big leagues, saw him in Denver, AAA.
We'll have to answer that. Ground ball to 3rd. They could turn it deuce. They get the lead. Return, and the foot might have come off the bag. That's going to be an RBI for Pate as Peyton scored. Pretty good pivot at second base by Casella. The ball was not hit all that hard.
Let's pick it up. Casella had that same opportunity in the 1st inning. He didn't get a good lead throw from Kalia. This time he gets a good one. Pivots to the back of the bag. I like the way he handled it. Wasn't easy because I guarantee you Peyton can run, and he was bearing down on him pretty good. So another run across the plate for Cincinnati as they have this thing well in hand.
It's 15-2. 2 are out here in the top of the 6th inning. Brad Hindersman, and he's done some damage tonight. Runner goes, no chance. I don't know if Chris Anico really took a look at Milt Pate, who can run. Pate almost arrived before the ball got to the plate. So another stolen base from Pate. He had one in the first inning.
You say, why do you run when you're ahead 15-2?
This ball's playable, and now coming in is McGrory. Thought the ball was hit a little deeper than actually it was. McGrory puts it away. But in the inning, another run comes across. And it is now 15-2. Cincinnati leading New Jersey in the championship game of the Connie Mack World Series.
If a picture is worth 1,000 words, we stopped counting a long time ago. Call 1-800-647-7711 for your free New Mexico vacation planner. 1-800-647-7711. This summer, come to the land of enchantment, New Mexico, USA.
If we plan well enough, if we train hard enough, if we use our common sense and our imaginations, if we treat our customers' problems as if they were our own, we'll not only make flying better for them, we'll make ourselves proud. Continental is making a difference in how you fly, and we can't wait to prove it to you.
Tune in to Prime Network and see the best rodeo action around. The Cheyenne Frontier Days Rodeo features the best in calf roping, bull riding, saddle bronc competition, and plenty more. The 95th annual Cheyenne Frontier Days, the daddy of them all, here on Prime Network. That's this Friday, 12 Eastern, and again this Sunday at 3 Eastern. Don't miss it.
You know, I used to call bingo up there. You knew that, didn't you?
I did. You know, some people miss you up there calling bingo.
Yeah.
You know, trying to get revenge. The chicken took a weapon out, a rake, but Sammy Kimball would have nothing of it. I think he flipped the chicken again. Drew Goodman along with Irv Brown. We're heading toward the bottom of the 6th inning, 15-2. Cincinnati leading New Jersey, and Cincinnati on their way, well on their way to their 4th National Connie Mack Championship. And we've been joined by the president of the American Amateur Baseball Congress, Joe Cooper. And Joe, in the same breath that I welcome you, I have to ask you, how many different leagues does the Amateur Baseball Congress govern?
We work in 7 different age groups, with our newest group being the Roberta Clemente group, which we're doing a little experimenting with the kids 8 and under. But we go in 7 different divisions, starting with our unlimited age group with Stan Musial, followed with Mickey Mantle, Sandy Koufax, Pee Wee Reese, Willie Mays, and on down. About 12,000 teams.
Not bad. P.J. McGrory's had a good day with the bat. He's 2 for 2, 2 big line drives. And this ball is hit well to center field. Payton on his force. He won't get there. He fields it off the wall. Now watch him throw to second. McGrory gets in there with the long stride standing up. Well done by P.J. McGrory, and good job defensively playing it off the wall by Payton. McGrory's been up 3 times and 3 frozen ropes.
And 2 of them doubles. He's hit one to right, he's hit one to left, now he hits one to center. I tell you, you better hustle in this ballpark because the center fielder, Payton, had a little bit of a shot at him. But McGrory, who play at Villanova, very impressive. He's got a good arm, stings the ball, he's a big kid.
Mike Beckeridge will step in.
Joe will watch the action, visit with you here. This is a full-time job. He used to be a school administrator, so it's just tougher. Taking care of 12,000 teams or dealing with unhappy parents or stuff like that.
You've been through that a little bit. The school business, it was a great job. I worked 35 years for one school system. It was a great job, and I enjoyed it. You have your ups and your downs, and I think it's a lot tougher job nowadays. I'm sort of glad about it.
Well, you know, you have so many teams and everything, but obviously there is room for expansion. Are there some states that you'd like to get ball clubs in there? Maybe we'll hustle a little on the air.
We're definitely out here in the mountain area, and we're not as strong as we should be.
That was a good play. They got him in the place. Smith heads up, nails McGrory trying to score, and Henderson blocked the plate and applied the tag. Nicely done.
I'm really surprised. Normally the strategy is to trade him a run for an out. But Smith just looked up kind of surprised, and he just guns a strike. I guess when you got an arm like that. It was a good job blocking the plate by a guy who's been terrific tonight. Henderson, one more angle. You see what we've been talking about, Sloan Smith. Plays at Northwestern. A shot get to Hendersman, nobody's going to score there. Now, if somebody blocks a play like that.
Keith Driscoll's 1 for 2. Has an RBI. He'll step in. Solid play by the third baseman, Sloan Smith. Our guest, Joe Cooper, the president of the American Amateur Baseball Congress, over 12,000 teams. You heard him say a moment ago that Congress governs. How much traveling do you do? How much baseball do you actually see? Or are you behind a desk?
Actually, it's split up pretty good. I can pretty good back up in the office, and I can get out. And really, your travel is limited to your budget. And we've picked up about 40% in the last 7 years on our team.
What about your other areas? Like you play the Connie Mack here. How about some of your other places? Do you have a permanent site like Farmington for your other age groups?
A granddaddy of all our programs, our Stan Musial program out of Battle Creek, Michigan. This will be the 50th straight year we've been into Battle Creek, and we got Joe Morgan and Willie Horton and Stan the Man coming in beginning the 23rd. And that is really, we don't, nowhere in the country you draw for amateur baseball like you do out here, but we'll pack in probably over a 4-day period, about 25,000 in Battle Creek. And that's our unlimited age group, a lot of good college kids.
You've expanded, too. There's been a team here from Puerto Rico a number of times here in this tournament. And where else are you?
We're real strong in Puerto Rico. We've got about 1,300 teams in Puerto Rico itself. And you well know in there, they play baseball a year round. If you don't play baseball in Puerto Rico, you're just not with it. And we're very strong in Ohio, strong in Michigan. New Jersey's coming on real strong. We're having a few ups and downs in the California area. Up at you guys' neck of the woods, Colorado's coming on real strong in our program. And all our people in our program are volunteers except the people who work in my office. So we've got a lot of Farmington-type people around the country.
Joe, how are you doing expanding into the inner city?
Inner city, I've done a lot of work with Willie Horton. And Willie's the head of the Police Athletic League in Detroit. And he's trying to restore baseball in the inner city the way it was when Willie was playing in Detroit. And they got a few problems. They got problems in there. The pressure's on the kids to play basketball 12 months a year. And it makes it real difficult. And for instance, in our area there, we're pushing the fact that we don't want to discourage the kids from playing basketball. The kids in the city there are playing good. They used to be able to play baseball a couple of nights a week, and now they can only play, you can't play because they're playing basketball probably 7 nights a week. And our theory a little bit is we got to get to those kids that aren't going to make the high school basketball team. You know, you take 10th, 11th, 12th graders in any size high school, maybe a dozen kids are going to be involved. And we just think we got to get these athletes involved in some other activities, including baseball.
Joe, last one, we'll let you go enjoy the rest of the ball game. You lose a lot of kids in August who kids are going out for football and have to drop out of the program. Have you kept some stats on that?
We did, but we moved our schedule up, so we're right in between now. Right basically now, our football loss and our heavy football stage maybe started this week. And most of those coaches want to keep their good quarterback, who's also a baseball player. They aren't making them come home. 1 year, Rick Leach had to go home from here for conditioning. No one is ever in better shape than Rick Leach in Michigan, but he had to go back for high school conditioning. So we lose a few, but our schedule is a little bit different. American Legion is running into all kinds of trouble because they go a week later than we do. And so that's the situation as far as that. We lose some kids, but we work today on next year's calendar.
Hey, Joe, listen, we thank you for dropping by. Good luck. It sounds like you got the program in great shape.
Right, Herb. Come on back. We need you in a 3-man team.
Yeah. Joe, thanks again. We have a pinch hitter. Keith Driscoll, you saw strike out. Bill Menahan is being pinch hit for. Menahan's the designated hitter.
Yeah, they're going to go with
Steve Spadaccini. I think it's Spadaccini. I hope I'm not butchering that. Spadaccini or Chini. And Herb?
I grew up in a neighborhood. A lot of my buddies are of Italian descent. I want to say it's Spadaccini. I'm probably wrong, but that's what we'll go with.
That sounds all right. Another left-handed hitter. 4 outs away from national championship. Cincinnati. They won 3 in the 80s.
Slap foul. Craig Smith, workmanlike performance. kind of tough to go out there on the hill. First of all, you warm up, and then you spend 45 minutes in the dugout when you swing the bat. When you're up 12-0, I don't think the adrenaline flows like it ordinarily would.
Drew, once again, all you tell your kid is play catch. When you're up 12-0, the only thing that could kill you in a game like that is if you give up the base on balls. You're bound to hit something at some people.
Well, fourth strikeout ends the inning. Spadaccini misses the curveball. There was a leadoff double. McGrory was cut down at the plate. 15-2 as we head to the 7th under a sliver of moon in Farmington.
Jerry Owens here, reminding you that it's time to enter the Owens on the road with the Rangers sweepstakes. Win a weekend family getaway for 4 to see the Rangers take on the A's in Oakland, California, including airfare, hotel, and box seat tickets to the game. Look for official entry forms in specially marked boxes of Owens breakfast biscuits and Owens border breakfast. Or send a postcard with your name, address, and phone number to this address. But hurry, because times are running out.
If you want to see Joe Greed of Westway Ford start scratching like this, just mention one word: freebies.
Tough toenails, because the first 200 Westway Ford buyers will receive a free vacation at one of these fabulous resorts, plus bargains like this.
A 91 Ranger XLT for only $79.95.
Chill out, dude.
Westway Ford.
Westway. Parts and service open until midnight weekdays and 5 on Saturday.
Major League Baseball, Texas style. The Rangers battle the best in the American League. The pride of the Orioles, Cal Ripken Jr. leads a Baltimore charge on Julio Franco and the rugged Rangers.
The play at the plate. Got him! Oh, my, what a play by the Rangers.
Texas tries to ground the flight of the bird. Baltimore and Texas, live Monday night at 7:30 on HSE.
Along with Irv Brown, I'm Drew Goodman at the Connie Mack World Series in Farmington. 15-2, the Midland Redskins lead the team from Bergen County, the Crusaders. And if you notice on the back of the caps for Midland, you'll see an embroidered number 2. And the reason for that is there's a gentleman that coaches, there he is, who is battling bone cancer, Ralph Smith, as he hugs Jim Schaefer. And Ralph is still out here working hard, and he's very, very close friends with Joe Hayward. All the fellas on the team have an embroidered number 2 in tribute to that man who is in a big battle with bone cancer. Come on, Brady, come on. Cincinnati 15-2, and unless something really strange happens, this will be their last chance to swing the stick. Brian?
They win this ball game by 3, 60. Ranking in college baseball seriously today, they dispose of Westchester for their 10th straight win, extending their record to 18-2 overall. It's the Spiders' best start in school history. John Duffy got the win, raising his record to 5-0. P.J. McGrory and Justin Lambert homered to give Richmond 32 dingers in 20 games this season. Checking the scoreboard, you see Virginia also topping VCU 9.
You know, they had 3 guys earlier in the year that were on this team that got drafted and signed. It swings through that. Rick Garicki was signed by the Dodgers. Brian Pritchard signed by the Tigers. Josh Spring drafted and signed by the Houston Astros.
That's quite a program.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
You know, we've mentioned the catcher a lot tonight, who I just absolutely love, Brad Henderson. He had a grand slam. He joins it. I'm looking at their record book. There's about 15 guys that hit grand slams down here. And worth mentioning, a couple that I think the viewer will recognize. Gary Ward from Compton hit one in 72. Of course, played several pro ball clubs. Keith Miller from Dallas in 1980. I saw him play the other night with the Mets. This guy goes down. And how about Jamie McAndrew? Cherokee, like Martin Johnson in Colorado. Jamie, pro ball right now. Of course, his dad is an outstanding pitcher. Pitched for the Mets. So Henderson joins some pretty select folks.
Chris Williams comes in. Brady Gick strikes out. There's Chris Anico. He came in last inning. Third pitcher. Used tonight by Rich Tandy. Williams walked 3 times and bounced into a double play.
Individual records. Wayne Garland, Nashville, Tennessee. Beat Cincinnati, Ohio.
He threw a no-no in the fifth.
Yeah. Threw it right here, too. A 7-inning game against Cincinnati. Is that right?
Ball and 2 strikes on Williams. Good looking shortstop, headed to Buckeye country. So he's one of those guys that if his curfew was midnight, he'd be in at 10:30. This ball's fisted toward the shortstop. Tandy coming hard. I like this guy, Rob Tandy. He's going to help out St. Peter's quite a bit.
Good player, knows the game. All right, we'll pick it up. Tandy, son of the coach. It's Williams, shortstop to shortstop here, off the front foot.
That is not an easy play. He had an in-between hop.
Best I've ever seen was the third baseman, Robinson. Made it look so easy. The key is to have your left foot forward. Hey, you're talking about curfew and everything. You know what Abe Lemon says about a curfew? The old basketball coach in Texas, Pan Am.
What's that?
He says if curfew is so good for you, why don't you go to bed about 2:30 the afternoon before? Abe, one of my favorite people, says if you don't win a trophy, buy one.
Kelly Fair, the pitch hitter, 0-2. You know what Jim Brown said about Joe Namath? He said, you know, that curfew stuff and everybody getting on Namath for staying out to the wee hours of the morning. Strike 3 looking. I'll finish the story in the next half inning. Good looking inning by Enico. He gets a 1-2-3 and oddity tonight, but Cincinnati would go down 1-2-3. They lead it by 13.
Sell it.
Arena Bowl 91. For 11 weeks, they battled for this honor. Now the final war is about to be waged. Detroit and Tampa Bay. Live Saturday night at 7 on HSE.
Great legs.
Thank you.
How do you get them?
I used to do aerobics till I dropped. Then I found Thigh Master. Every single time you squeeze Thigh Master, you strengthen and tone right where you need it. So it's easy to squeeze your way to shapely hips and thighs.
I thought I'd never fit into these jeans again. Thank you, Thigh Master.
I recommend it and use it.
The secret to shapely thighs is exercising these muscles with just the right resistance. This balanced resistance coil is designed to give you results quickly and comfortably. Want to tone your upper chest and arms? Thigh Master will give you excellent results. Thigh Master, we may not have been born with great legs, but now we can look like we were.
To order your Thigh Master, call 1-800-348-4700. Have your credit card ready or send check or money order for $19.95 plus $4.50 for shipping and handling to this address. If you're not fully satisfied, return it in 30 days for your money back. Plus, if you call right now, we'll also send you Suzanne's Slender for Life plan absolutely free. Thigh Master is not available in stores, so act right now.
The speed, the power. Get the inside story on America's favorite thrill sport. Join host Eli Gold for This Week in NASCAR. From Brooklyn, Thursday night at 11:30 on HSE.
Team from New Jersey, last licks, and they need 13 runs to continue. They're down 15-2. Drew Goodman along with Irv Brown. I was telling that Jim Brown, Joe Namath story, and we were talking about curfew. We're off one of our tangents. Yes, but they got the rally. Well, why does that team have the rally cap? 3 outs away from winning. Anyhow, stay up to 5 in the morning because everybody seems to forget. He didn't have to be in the ballpark very often until 11 o'clock in the morning, so he's still got 8 hours sleep. Makes sense to me. Something like that.
I got to tell you, over the top. Unless something wild happens here. We're on our way back to Colorado. I'm going down to the international game. I watched the hottest guy in this country yesterday, John Daly.
Oh, yeah.
Grip it and rip it daily.
Let me check something out here, fill everybody in. First of all, Matt Bowles is in for Craig Allen on the mound. Big guy, 6'6". He's out pitching a curveball. A lot of fun in that dugout. They lead it 15-2. And a strikeout by Matt Parisi, the pinch hitter. So 1 out, 2 outs away from Midland.
Daly yesterday at Castle Pines, 640-yard par 5, downhill. Little contest, see how far he hit it. Hit his drivers, he didn't get all of it. 364.
He didn't get all of it because on the 17th, which is uphill, he hit one 370, which is, if he did that on number 1, he would have hit it 400 yards.
He's got 280 to the green.
Takes out a wedge.
3 iron, hit it pin high in the trap. Now this guy is so hot, it's amazing. And all he says is, I grip it and rip it.
I like it. Yeah, he's doing all right. He's pretty popular. Robert Farrell is the pinch hitter. 1-2 now to Farrell. Swing and a miss. He could have run, decides not to. So 2 quick outs here. And last opportunity. Mark Kalia will step in and try to extend things against Matt Bowles. 12 runs in the first inning for this outstanding team from Cincinnati that'll win 70 games this summer and lose only 6. That is something else. Now these guys will head off to college. You know what is an unbelievable stat that we almost didn't get in? Since 1981, of all of Joe Hayden's players, as far as chop, bowl, baseball, and now nearly throws it away. Pretty good play by Larkin, diving to catch the baseball. But of all the guys that have played for him since 1981, every single one but one has gone on to get some sort of academic or athletic scholarship to college.
And the big point, we're not talking about starters. We're talking about roster.
Everybody that plays on the team in the dugout, guys that back up, have all gotten athletic scholarships. Everybody in the last 10 years but one. That's unbelievable.
Well, I'll tell you something. It's like the math of high school in Washington. Everybody that's ever played there gets a scholarship. If you play for Bergen, you're going to go to college.
It's a great story. And as Hayden likes to tell it, he just hopes that maybe one guy each year he gets that might have been headed down the wrong tracks gets rerouted. Talked about all the great students for this team from Bergen County. Bergen County Catholic. Great academic and athletic high school. A lot of good students on this team in blue that's about to win the national title. Rob Tandy, he's going to St. Peter's. He carries a 94 in the classroom. 3-1 on Tandy.
Let me ask you a question. Do the junior college tournament in Grand Junction. Could this team compete?
I said it to you when you got in this morning, and I meant it. I think this team could compete very strongly at the junior college tournament. They're solid. Runner goes, and you steal second base. Down 13 runs, why not? Farrell takes
first base.
Check it out, it's Mark Kalia.
First baseman playing behind. He had a huge lead. Most of the crowd is stuck around for the awards. This is a 7-inning game.
Tandy hits the deep left field. God, goodbye to the deadline. One away for Rob Tandy to close out his career playing for his dad. He crushed that.
Well, does he get around the bases fast, too? He doesn't get into a home run trot. I like this guy. I like it when they're humping around the sacks. Don't embarrass anybody.
You know, those aren't high fives. He's taking right-hand crosses at people. He's ticked off.
This is the best shot of the night. I'll tell you what, he was off and running. He hit it a ton. The left fielder doesn't even move.
Second hit of the ball game for Tandy, his second home run in 2 nights. 19-4.
There's another field over there, that Little League field. It's there. It's wow. That's a rope.
This guy's made all the plays on the field tonight.
On St. Peter's, I did feel like
All the Baco swings through that. It's 1-1.
Well, I'll tell you something, that ball gets the ball. He wants to pitch. I like this guy.
This ball is pretty good. The line is the left fielder.
This is where you get hurt. So you got to get off the bottom there. Can you see the valuable arm going right here? Well, we lost our star here in the dog fire.
You hate to see that happen. Rather anticlimactic, but as you've known since the first inning, the national champions, the World Series champions in Connie Mack baseball for the 4th time, Midland of Ohio, the team from Cincinnati, Midland Redskins, win it 15-4 over Bergen County in the championship game. Take away that first inning, this thing could have been very interesting. Actually, at this point, it would have been 4-3 Bergen County, and obviously things don't work that way. But Midland really got off well. They hit the balls hard in the first inning, and actually had an inning where they picked up a couple extra outs.
Certainly our prayers go out to
It's Ralph Smith, who's battling cancer. He is very, very pleased right now. Joe Hayden wins it for the 4th time.
True.
You've seen a more together program at this level. I mean, they're so organized. They wore brand new uniforms tonight. They had different unis on last night. They have warm-up jackets. They have a traveling secretary and treasurer. I mean, this is a little branch out.
Look, they're carrying them on. That's great. I'll tell you what else to do. I see Tandy hit that home run. So you go home with a positive feeling because you play football to get here. There are only 2 teams in the nation over here. They want to just hit a horrible first inning.
That's all. You see the number 2's up, and that's a tribute to Ralph Smith. I think he could appreciate it more. That's a nice gesture. 15-4, the final. Midland, the Redskins, have won a national title once again. 84, 85, 89, and 1991.